What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or not, depending on where, but I hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at today to talk more about crypto. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there that celebrates 4th of July, that is. But, it is the 249th birthday of the United States of America. Couldn't be prouder to be an American. Love it. And just want to say happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to everyone out there. Today, the stream is really going to be about the big, beautiful bill again. As you guys know, Donald Trump, President Trump's going to be signing this at 1 p.m. So we'll be on here about an hour. Hopefully, we get to see him sign it. I'll stream it live on stream today. We'll talk about the cryptocurrency market, where it's at today. Where do we think it's going? What is going on in the market right now? As we talked about this last night on the stream, that we anticipated the markets were actually going to come down. Everything was telling us the markets were going to come down based off indicators. And so far, so good. I mean, anyone went out there and shorted. I said I wasn't going to short the market. Then I went back into Discord and I actually shorted HBAR, XRP, Solana, and Bitcoin. I ended up selling out on those earlier this morning when it hit my stop losses. I put some trailing stop losses in on them. And yeah, so far, so good. Made some profits today. I'm out of all of my trades. I told you guys I'm not going to go into 1 o'clock in any trade. Again, I guess you could probably anticipate that the markets could bounce, but there is this whole buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what happens here. But when this actually gets signed into law, things start to actually take place. You definitely want to be more in a long position than you want to be in a short position. But things are looking pretty damn good. I mean, everything's kind of lining up to what we actually anticipated, what we're expecting. And I couldn't be more excited than what's happening right now. So I get some people maybe aren't that thrilled about the big, beautiful bill passing and not that thrilled about the signing of it today. But I will admit, yes, there's nothing I can do to control it. Nothing I can do or say to keep it from happening. It's happening. It's here. Nothing you can do now. You can't go back and take it away. We know that there's going to be $5 trillion plus in debt added to the debt. Nothing I can do about it. So all I can do is just be positive. All I can do is say, hey, you know what? Let's try to find the best way that we can make money, or that I personally can make money, and actually have a really good bull run coming up at the end of Q3 into Q4. And that's really all I'm shooting for. So hopefully, like I said, that all pans out here. But before we jump into it all, I do want to say what's up to the A-Team here. We got Selmo Fudd. What's up, Selmo? We got Tony Punch in the house here. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. We got Terry, Crypto Mimi. What's up? Teresa, Slim Cheeses. What's up, Slim Cheeses? Yeah, appreciate you guys being here. We got Seth, Brodick, Andrew, Shaman. What's up, Shaman? Dennis, Hopium Days. Sorry, I just got back. I literally came back. I was here for like 5 minutes. I just got back from getting a bunch of fireworks at the reservation out there. And got a bunch of fireworks. So we're going to be lighting them off today, dude. We're celebrating the 249th birthday for the United States of America. We're going to be lighting it off, man. So spent a pretty good amount of money and do it for the kids. Doing it for the kids, man. What's up, BP? What's up, AirSent? Randy, good to see you guys. Slavo, Pipeline, appreciate you guys all being here. RPM, JJ 8Ball, Kevin, Ryan, good to see everyone here. We got Jam in the house here. What's up, Jam and Same Mania? Sweet. If I missed some of you guys, I'm sorry. I was scrolling pretty fast trying to get through this. Lebo, what's up, man? Hellbent, good to see everyone here. All right, dude, you guys are already chatting it up. Chatty. So let's jump into it. We got some things to cover today. As you can see right now, the cryptocurrency market is down. It's about a 3.31 trillion right there, sitting around 2% down. Volume's down today, almost 24% down in terms of volume. You can see right now, Bitcoin has come down over the last 24 hours, 2% down. 2% margin. I've always said that. We're going to go back and actually measure some of these candles, because we're going to probably be in this like 3 to 4% range. You can see right here, Ethereum's down, XRP 3% down. Usually right around the 6 to 9% mark where we fall. So we're going to try to see where some numbers are here. Again, Solana's down 3%, Dogecoin's down 3%. Then on top of that, dude, you got our baby over here in Hedera. This one actually came down predicted that one pretty nicely. That was probably my biggest return of the night. Hit over a couple hundred, almost $100 and some odd dollars on the Hedera short. So that was probably my biggest gain of the night right there. Again, small leveraging. I'm not doing anything crazy. We're talking about small leverage. Decent. I'm putting a little bit of margin, anywhere from 200 to 300 in margin, but I'm using a lot of small leveraging. So liquidation prices were pretty high. Let's see here. Got the family skiing, shooting. Hell yeah, dude. Harrison, that's awesome. Watching those candles. Heck yeah, dude. Nothing big and beautiful about the crypto market right now. Yeah, Keith, I'm with you, man. Again, I think we anticipated this yesterday, and we had a rally for, you go back and look at the cryptocurrency, let's just take a look at XRP here. If you go back to the day chart here, the day chart's been on a tear, overall. We've had some ups and downs, but look at this, dude, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 2 weeks, we've been in an upward trend. So, I get that like it might seem down today, but we anticipated this to come down. I mean, that's kind of the trend. We go, almost 3 days up, 4 days up, and we have a down day. So today's a down day. We knew I said it was going to go past the 236, probably come down, almost touch the 382. And it very well still could touch the 382. As you guys know, if you go through and you measure some of these, we go down about 9%. So at least on the XRP side, we can anticipate that there's going to be a 9% fall from the top up here. And again, we can see right here, 9% puts us right around the 0.5, which is a pretty deep, retracement. I don't really want it to get down to 212. I'd rather probably touch the 217, which is a nice fair value gap on the day chart right here, and bounce off this 382 level if we were going to keep retracing. But today's news, I mean, today is a different anomaly, dude. We have Donald Trump, putting one of the biggest, if not the biggest bill that's, a mega bill into law today. So this is going to be pretty crazy to see what happens here at 1 o'clock. We will be trying to stream it probably on like Fox News or something like that. They seem to be the best about not flagging your channel. So yeah, everyone stay safe tonight. Yes, definitely. Everyone please stay safe tonight, dude. Today is definitely one of the most, when I was a firefighter, I volunteered on one shift. One year I did a volunteer shift for the 4th of July, and it was the most busiest shift out there, just because there's just so much going on. So yeah, please be safe, dude. A lot of injuries happened today, and just don't make sure it's not one of you. What are the odds that Mr. President signs the bill today? He said he's signing it today at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he's going to be doing it with I think he's going to have some fighter jets and some B-2, some bombers coming over the top of him. So yeah, it's going to be kind of crazy. Can you explain why it doesn't have more value than XRP? I don't think the Trump coin has any more value. It doesn't have any value to it like XRP does. Let's see here. XRP bandit. Yeah. Let's see here. 1068 retest. Yeah. So let's take a look at this. You can come down and you could actually sort of check these out right now. Every time we have a dip, you can actually sort of see when we build back out of it. You can see we always fall about 3%. I mean, from here to here is about 3%, or 7%, and then 7%. I'm hoping we don't hit a 7%. We're trying to get down to some of these, which are like 2 to 3%. But again, if you're going to say 7%, that puts us right about right in the middle of about 102 here. But what if you're going off of just these little dips right here, based off where the highs to the lows were, you're talking anywhere from 2 to 3% on Bitcoin. XRP, like I said, you go back and you measure these little dips right here. You can see we've been in a nice trend right here, right? From here to here, it's really not that bad. From here to here, you're talking about 7%, right? 7% there. From here to here, you're talking about 7% there. And now you want it to go from the peak of this one down to here. We're talking about 7%. That puts us right at 214, 215. So right at the bottom of this right at the bottom of this 382 level is kind of where we're thinking right now. But biggest discussion out there right now was this right here. The 8 dormant Satoshi era Bitcoin wallets reactivated after 14 years, moving a total of $8.6 billion in BTC since last night. Obviously, this kind of shocked the markets a little bit, seeing this amount of money from old dormant Bitcoin wallets. However, Arkham came out here and showed that these wallets right here, the 7 addresses that were transferring this, actually was connected to right here. Coinbase director says the 2011 era miners are the ones that are moving the BTC. So you can see right now, a lot of these are connected to the miners that are out there that have been mining Bitcoin for quite some time here. So again, this goes back to a dormant 14-year-old wallet holding 10,000 BTC or BTC awakens. These are now in connection to miners that are out here moving this money around. So this isn't actually like, just a random retail investor. This is mostly has to do with people who are mining Bitcoin back in the day. And here's where we are. So we know these are attached to those. Again, still something to consider, right? I mean, we want to know where this is going. So go back and follow Arkham. Arkham is going to obviously put it on the map for you and let you know what happens here. So if you're tracking to see if they move it to a Coinbase or if they move it to a Binance wallet or they move it somewhere onto the exchange, the chances are they're probably selling on the open market. So altcoins still doing crappy, making my eyeball start twitching. You're good, bro. That sounds sketchy, kind of, right? No volume, can't hear you, Austin. You might need to turn me up then, dude. Do we expect a pump with BBB? That's a hard one, Kyle. Honestly, I'm struggling, dude. Is it a buy the rumor, sell the news? I don't know. All I know is if I was going to make a bet today, like if I was actually going to go and margin trade today, I would rather put a long in than a short. I'm just going to be honest. I'm more bullish for the market than I am bearish. Putting shorts in basically are betting against everything. So Yeah, happy Independence Day to you too, Valentine. Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks, Brodick. You think if the Bitcoins are sold, it would impact the market price? Oh yeah, absolutely, Dripto. If they came out and sold if they came out and sold $8 billion in Bitcoin, yeah, dude, that would cause especially if they sold on the open market, that would definitely cause a downturn. You know what I mean? Looks to me like they solved the rumor. Yeah, they solved the rumor. It came down to Bitcoin miners moving it around. So whatever they plan on doing, I mean, that's stressful to me moving that much money around. I mean, I'd rather just it's like me with my ledger, dude. I just let it lay dormant. I'm not touching it. I'm not even going to plug that bad boy in. We'll just let it stay there. No reason to even mess with it, have any interaction with it, or anyone trying to track and trying to hack my wallet. I don't think there'll be a pump on the BBB. It's long-term effects that will bring up the market too. So that's why I said today, like, I don't know what's going to happen in the markets. That's why I don't want to be in any leverage trade. I'm just holding on to my long-term. We're just going to be excited for whatever the markets do. I think that this is a great bill for if you're wanting the markets to turn around. Like, you might not agree with everything in the bill. You might not agree with it at all. You might be disappointed that it's going to add, $5 trillion in debt to our national debt. But at the end of it, we're all here to make money, dude. I mean, let's just be honest here. We're all here to make money, and we're all here to try to, have sustainability for our futures when it comes to our investments. We know that crypto is an investment. We know that the stock markets and our 401ks and everything out there is an investment. And when the markets are doing well, life is good. And so right now we could say that we want something like that to happen because we are, looking out for ourselves, looking out for our families and stuff like that. So, that to me, that's super, super important. And, so I'm kind of on the verge of like setting aside my feelings towards anything when it comes to, maybe the spending bill being what it is. Just nothing I could do, right? There's nothing we could do about it. So, take the bad with the good or the good with the bad and just try to find try to find the best way that you can, make money out of this, dude. That's all it comes down to. Get rid of your paper money because it's doomed by crypto, the new world currency. Probably BB will increase M2 over time. It will trigger alt season Q3. You think Q3? All right, Cloud99. Creeper Joel, what's up, man? Happy 4th of July, guys, across the pond in UK. Hell yeah, Mark. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, 4th of July is awesome, dude. I purchased Pure Wallet coin a month ago. Still don't have it in my wallet, but can see the purchase on Etherscan. Typically, that coins are delayed release. Yeah, they haven't launched Crypto. They haven't launched the project yet. So I don't know when they plan on doing it. Probably Q3. I don't know. We're coming up on Q2 here, so we're going into the end of Q1 into Q2, now Q3. So yeah, we're probably I don't know when they're going to do it. Sold another mining claim yesterday, rolling half into H bar. Gosh, dang, that's awesome. Madik Small, what's up, man? We got Steven in the house here. Let's go. What's up, bud? Appreciate you guys all being here. Yeah, we're gonna eventually watch this. I think they're gonna be streaming it live on let's see here. I think they're streaming it live on Fox. I think Fox News is the one that has it right now. I think they're the ones that are going to be putting this out there on the live here. But I could be wrong. Let's see. Maybe it's Fox News. Maybe it was just Fox. I'm going to go back. Live stream, live now, Fox Live. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be somewhere on here. Trump surprising decision. No, that's not it. We'll stream it live somewhere. It's going to come on here live at some point. Going to be bullish for a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish for a while. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, 1 o'clock my time. So we're about 45 minutes away from Trump taking the stage probably, or taking the seat. So what's up, Steven? Yeah, appreciate that. FICA taxes you pay, less Social Security you'll receive. If I even receive Social Security at this point, you know what I mean? If I even receive it. My best show to watch and learn about crypto right here. Oh, Larry, thanks so much, man. Do you still recommend Ledger as an offline wallet, or do you feel Pure Wallet is preferred? I mean, right now, Pure Wallet's still developing. You can probably only move ETH over on the cold storage. So, I think when they finally release majority, like a lot of the coins and the cryptos onto that cold storage, yeah, I mean, I think that'll be the new age of carrying crypto on a cold storage. But Ledger's still like where I put all my stuff. If you were to invest into five cryptos, which ones would you go? I mean, the ones that I'm in: Bitcoin's my largest, Ethereum, XRP, HBAR, and then I think my XLM. That's my 5 right there, dude. Like top 5 probably. 50% of stablecoins via ETH going away higher. Yeah, there was actually here on this right here. You can see right here, Ethereum is powering Wall Street futures, the crypto scene. How far it's come. This is pretty crazy to see right here. Crypto's founding developers and some of the institutional giants gathered at the Ethereum community conference. I mean, ETH is no joke, dude. Like, do not sleep on ETH. Just like people sleeping on Bitcoin, do not sleep on ETH, dude. I get people who want to hate on ETH. They feel all this way about ETH. There's the whatever you're feeling, dude. Set it aside, dude. ETH is not going anywhere. ETH is going to probably do very, very well. A lot of people are actually launching things on ETH. ETH has become better over the years. ETH is my second largest bag. Bitcoin being my number one. So we'll see what happens, dude. Are you viewing long for a while? Are we viewing for a long while or just wait for shorts? What do you mean, Toki? Oh, you viewing long for a while? Yeah, I mean, I'm long. I mean, we're coming up on Q3, end of Q3, into Q4, dude. Like, you definitely don't want to be in a short. You think BTC is going to rug, Dane? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. So we do know now that we put that to rest right there. This is what came out this morning, though. United States threatens a 17% tariff on European Union food exports. So although we struck a deal with the European Union or with the UK, we struck a deal with the UK. We didn't strike one with the European Union. We struck one with the UK. And so again, I don't know what's going to happen here, but this tariff, this United States threatens 17% tariff discussions are back in here again. This will always continue to probably play a role in the market's the fluctuation of the market. So just be prepared. We do know that this whole if no deal is struck by middle of July here, we're probably going to be putting some tariffs on people. So just be prepared for that. Oh, it's Pinocchio. I made this account just so Austin would say my name. He did. All right. Did I say it right, Madik? Pinocchio. Tom Lee going to lead Bitmine as a MicroStrategy type replica for Ethereum. Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting. Cloud9. Min. Hey, Austin, what do you think of the 8 billion BTC transfers? It was just Bitcoin miners that transferred it. So how do you have a $1 million play button? Oh, that's fans, dude. So that you guys know, Fan, she does obviously YouTube as well. So we're a YouTube family. We spend a lot of time and energy building her platform. And so yeah, it's just sitting behind me. We got the 1,000 and the million, and yeah, we're still working to get more. Shannon coming in hot, dude. Gifting 10 million, or it's 10 million. 10 memberships to the A-Team. Shannon, thank you so much for gifting those 10 memberships to the A-Team. Happy 4th of July to you, my guy. Always holding it down for me. And if Shannon gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Shannon and those 10 new members. Welcome to the A-Team. I said Madik. That's what I said. So yeah, thank you so much, Shannon. Appreciate you a ton, man, as always. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Pinocchio, get out of here, bud. You're crazy. ETH is the new Bitcoin. Did we talk about the second pausing ETFs yet? We talked about it where they paused it with the Ethereum staking. We did talk about that a couple days ago. XRP will overtake Bitcoin in market cap one day. It did before. Maybe it could do it again, but that would take quite the jump for sure. Happy 4th to you too, man. Thanks, Shannon, so much for all your support of the channel. How you feel about crypto week, Austin? I think crypto week's gonna be good, dude. I think that they're gonna present those three laws out there, and I think that's actually really good. That's actually super important for crypto to do that. So yeah, it'll be good. So you can see right here, guys, when it comes to XRP, obviously we said that XRP was definitely going to hit the 236 yesterday. That was around when it was at 225, 226, 225. We said that it was going to come down, hit this 236, and probably head down here on a path down to roughly the 217 marker right here. And so far, we're actually on that path. You can see over here, the new 4 hour just started at 12 o'clock, or sorry, at 9 o'clock here. This new 4 hour is going to be closing here at 1 o'clock here. And you can see it's been pretty flat, right? This is what it shows you the uncertainty. Look at the went down to 219, peaked at 222, and we opened up at 221, and we're still sitting right around this 221 marker. And it'll be interesting to sort of see where this goes, because it definitely came in and filled this fair value gap on the 4 hour. But this 4 hour has been really it's been very indecisive as to where this is going to go. Which again is going to open up for this. I don't know. It's going to be tough to say what's going to happen here at 1 o'clock. For the next, because that's actually opened up a new 4 hour. It's going to open up a new 1 hour, and then we're roughly about 4 hours away from the new 12 hour, and that we're basically on a 36-hour downturn right now. Which usually we don't really have too many of those. I mean, you go back and look. We had a 2-day downturn right here. We had a 2-day downturn right here. A 2-day downturn right here. Right now, we're going to be we're almost to a day and a half of a downturn. So, I mean, we're almost probably at the bottom here. You can see the 12 hours still coming down, which we knew this was eventually going to reset. We did a triple top up here, which is very rare. I mean, last time we had a triple top, we did something like this right here, which actually is kind of forming. I mean, if you're looking at it the same, we did kind of a triple top right here, right? Came up 1, 2, 3, and then we came down massively. Now we did this one, right? 1, 2, 3. And is our expectation that we come down massively? I don't know. But you can see anytime that we have a 3 peak like that, we definitely don't do too hot afterwards. Another one was right here where we included these right here. You can see we came up. That was, 1 was right here, 2, 3, but we kept going up. So that's another difference. I mean, there's one that's positive side and there's one that's a negative side. It'll be interesting to sort of see if we go more into the upward mobility of this. So I'm hoping that we come down and come right back up. Day chart's working its way down, or it's still at the top here, which means it's over purchased. So it needs to be working its way down, and we haven't quite got there yet. So this is kind of like a bad indicator. I mean, we want this to come down. It hasn't come down. Like, it hasn't even had any relief yet. But the great thing is that you can see the MACD right here is coming up. It's actually showing bullishness right here. So, we could flatten out right here and then continue upward. But we haven't actually reset at all during this time. So it's just something to consider here. Eventually this will probably settle out at some point. So we'll see. Austin, if you continually sell high and buy back in low, even though sometimes I buy back in slightly higher than my average on XRP, will this reduce my average in the end? Yeah, it should. You'll just average yourself out. So that's all it is. Yeah, you just try to. That's like the truest form of DCAing right there. Crypto's a scam, and who shills it are low life dirtbags. Oh my God, we got a Dave in the house here. What's up, Dave? Appreciate you showing up, man. I thought we were going to go throughout the whole day without a Dave, but you proved me wrong, bud, man. I appreciate you showing up and spending that energy to put in such a nice comment. I keep seeing another crypto guy talking about derivative markets and that Ripple endgame with multi-trillion-dollar market. Yeah, and there's a lot of people talking about the derivatives market for sure. The words, a lot of money is going to be coming into the market is through when you start to really tokenize real world assets. That's the biggest thing. That is probably the biggest thing, is when we start to convert real world assets onto these blockchains. So that's the biggest one, dude. Let's see here. Get him. Dude, I usually don't say that, but this guy came in hot. You came in hot, Dave, man. You gotta go take a Xanax or something, bro. Like, just take a deep breath. Oh man. Just to even spend that much energy to write that paragraph is pretty intense, dude. I gotta say. Oh, it's too funny, dude. Too funny. But really, you can see right now XRP is coming down. So we have this next hour. I mean, we finally, this 4 hours, maybe deciding, maybe this 4 hours opening up now. It was undecided. Now it's opening up just a little bit here. Bitcoin's also looking the same way. Bitcoin just peaked past the 236 right here, the 236 on the fib. We knew it was going to come down and touch the 236. Now the question is, are we going to continue down here to the 382, which is 105? You can see that there's actually a lot of support more towards the top up here. And you can see if you zoom out just a tad bit, we come down to the 105, which again plays in line to where this could actually go. I mean, you're kind of hoping that it comes down, maybe hits the 382, or maybe just fills up this fair value gap at 106. But most likely this will probably come down and hit this. You can see the MACD on the 4 hour is definitely coming down. The 12 hour is also coming down just slightly. And then on the daily is starting to show just a little bit of a downtrend here as well. And usually we have like this. Last time we went on this massive high, we had a little bounce back up here. So again, don't be surprised if we do have a bounce back as well. Although this is trending downward, we could have an nice back. That's actually kind of bullish right there still. So yeah, we could hang out up here for a couple days. We will see a day when we can trade crypto at spot prices. Sorry, it's a new. Will we ever see a day where we can trade crypto at a spot price? Sorry, it's a new question. I'm still kind of new. When you say a spot price, what do you mean? Like you could trade crypto right now at a spot price? Are you saying like because you go on Coinbase and Coinbase like you're always behind on your trade because it's really not 222 or 221? Is that what you're asking? I remember day drinking and thinking crypto was a scam. It's okay, man. That guy will always probably have some bitterness. Interest in crypto is growing very slowly in the UK. Most people I talk to know nothing about XRP. I told them, and they feel like, oh man, they feel like a whole different world. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, dude. I mean, only 4% of us, or 7% of us now, actually know anything about crypto. Or actually, I mean, 7% of the world globally is in crypto. So not a lot of people actually fully understand crypto, dude. I mean, look at the old school. Look at Dave. What's his name? Diamond from Chase Bank, right? Or from Chase. Then you got Warren Buffett. You got Bill Gates. You got all these people out here who know nothing about crypto. They talk bad about it. They know nothing about it. And it's just like, hey man, that's just the old school thoughts. Some people just don't want to be in on it, and that's totally fine. Never mind, found the channel. What are you looking for, Crypto Stacks? The bill passed. The bill passed. It just needs to get signed into law. So Trump will be signed into law here in about 30 minutes, dude. So we'll see if we can actually find. I think there's going to be a couple things streaming live here that we'll be able to jump on board here. Hopefully, I think CNN. Let's see. I think CNN actually has it. Or not CNN. Well, they probably do too, actually. Fox. I think Fox News Live has it. Yeah, we'll see if this will come today. Yeah, it's going to be coming live here on Fox. I'll click on it when it comes time. And there's going to be a lot of mainstream media coming across the board on that thing. Gabe pretending knows nothing about crypto. It's true. Happy Independence Day to you and fan. Oh, Irish Tiger, thanks so much, man. Happy Independence Day to you as well. Oh, appreciate that, Crypto Stacks. I don't bother trying to bring people into crypto anymore because people like Dave. That's true, right? Some people like that. Dave's can always be a little bit of a wet blanket these days. I think Andrew holding 13K XRP at the moment. Damn, dude. That aims to grow. Hell yeah, Mark. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, crypto's a tough discussion sometimes. People. I mean, look at dude. They come in here, they're all angry. They're angry for no reason, dude. They exert a lot of energy being mad about something that I have no idea why they're mad about. All I can think about is that he bought some shitcoin at the top, dude. That's all I can think about. And he got rug pulled, so he's just really bitter. The big beautiful dump. Well, I mean, the markets were overpurchased, dude. Like I said, buy the rumor, sell the news. The whole rumor was coming up, leading up to Friday, dude. Leading up to yesterday. So, I mean, I said it in Discord like 2 days ago, and yesterday I said buy the rumor, sell the news event. I mean, most likely it's baked in. Yeah, tokenized stocks definitely good. Yeah, Monty. What is that, Monty? Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are that way. Dave being angry is a good time to buy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream it. We'll see what happens here. I'm trying to find a place to actually stream it. Not really. Let's see. Bloomberg. Some people will probably definitely be streaming it. We'll see if we can find. We'll see if we can find one. I'm sure it's gonna go live at some point. Someone's gonna be streaming. It'll probably be on we could probably do it on X. I'm sure there's people probably gonna be streaming on X. But it should be happening here in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes we'll have it. I was watching it crash. Yeah, it's coming down. You can see right now. I mean, even XRP is still flat, right? The 4 hour is still undecided right now. I mean, if you're looking at the 4-hour here, it's on the that's the day. Let's go to the 4-hour. You can see right here, the 4-hour is still kind of really undecided. I mean, it's definitely from where it opened up. It opened up at 221, and we're at 220. I mean, not that far down in all reality, at least from XRP standpoint. But you can definitely see it's on its verge of coming down. So it's going to probably reset the 4-hour here pretty soon, and it's showing that it's starting to come down on the 12-hour. So people being mad about something they don't know the truth about seems to be a trend. Yeah, mud duck, it is. It's kind of weird too. Oh yeah, one thing I want to point out here too, isolated trades, right? So isolated trades are kind of big over here on the you can see they added 2 more to the list here. So Tron, you could actually do Tron on isolated perpetuals, and Doge. Doge is another one. Used to just be Bitcoin, E, Solana, XRP, Litecoin, and ADA. Now they've added Tron, and they've added Dogecoin to the isolated side of BTCC. So these will continue to get bigger. This list will continue to get bigger, which will be cool. So I'm going to Uber eat some lunch. Not sure what to go with. Ooh, LL Hawaiian. Shake Shack sounds bomb, dude. Shake Shack, you can't go wrong with Shake Shack. My crash comment was in reference to Doge on the night. Oh yeah, the Saturday Night Live Doge thing. That was pretty crazy. Oh, cool. They had 2 shit coins. Easy. Doge is not a shit coin. Doge has value. I mean, at least it's mineable, right? It says more than most. I wonder where Dave eats. Have you guys been talking about ZBCN at all? Any callouts? I have not talked about ZBCN, dude. Zbeck, is that Zbeck? I haven't talked about it at all. Genius Act is where is a watch circle go up to $400. You think $400? Is Karen's like the new Michaels? RPM is Dave works at Karen's. It sounds like the new Michaels, like Joanne's fabric. Just call it Dave's. Tesla's still looking good. Rare metal. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not stupid on Tesla, dude. Tesla's looking phenomenal, dude. I mean, we're still up so much on Tesla still. I'm not even sweating it. We bought at 3. We're buying at 225, sitting here at 315. Dude, I think it's just, dude, the markets have been way overheated, dude. The markets have we anticipated this. Like, I anticipated a fall in the market a week ago, dude. Like, literally, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days ago, I was expecting the market to really bottom out. It didn't bottom out. It just kept going. And so now I've been playing the shorts all week now since Wednesday, since Tuesday. And yeah, my portfolio, I ended up getting back a majority of what I lost on Tuesday. No, what day did we was it Tuesday? What day did we sign the deal with Vietnam? That Tuesday? I think Tuesday was the day. That was the day I got beat up a little bit. And I finally I'm almost back to even on those losses, just on taking little profits here and there. I shorted the market yesterday. I shorted the market that night. Then I shorted the market yesterday, and I shorted the market into today. And yeah, I made back a lot of my profits, dude. I did not get Circle because I was dumb. I will be getting, Ripple. We'll all be jumping in on Ripple for sure. I didn't buy any Circle, dude. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Probably, Rato. Yeah. Buy the rumor, sell the news event. Let's see here. I wonder if, I don't know who's actually going to be streaming it live. The only one right now is live from Fox News. That seems to be the only one where people are looking to. And this is probably the one. This is probably the one I'll be playing on. Is Fox News. Fox News Live. This is the one I'll probably be. It'll probably be the one that goes live. So we'll probably jump over there once it gets going. Oh my God! Yeah, so exciting. What's up, Wagme? Just a thought. Ripple announced IPO the week of 4th of July, July 14th. I know it's soon, but damn, that would be hell of a way to announce it. Yeah, the crypto week right there. Yeah, the Ripple Bank is real, dude. That's a real thing. Yeah, that's a real thing for the Ripple Bank thing that everyone's talking about. That's kind of a real thing. Yeah. I don't see how it's not. I mean, dude, they're setting themselves up to be in a really good position, dude. People can say whatever they want about it. It is what it is. Today, Trump, or you can see Elon finally responded to Trump's criticism. And you can see Senator, obviously Rand Paul was one of the Republican senators that decided not to vote in favor of the Big Beautiful Bill Act. He said the big not so beautiful bill was officially passed both chambers. Despite a few conservative provisions, it explodes the deficit in the near term. This is Washington's MO, short-term potlicking over long-term sustainability. And Elon says 100%, dude. Potlicking. Such a weird word. Since the consensus seems to be buy the rumors, hold the news, I think it may go the other way. Like I said, if I'm going to do anything, dude, there's no way I would not be stuck in a short right now, dude. I'll tell you that right now. I would not be. That's why I got out of my positions this morning. I am not short in the market, and this market's so unpredictable. But I will not be stuck in a short. I'd rather be stuck in a long and be positive than stuck in a short when I want to be positive. You get what I'm saying? That might be a psychological thing there, but that's kind of where I'm at. So. Dangerous Dave, happy 4th to you too. SUI updates, not too many SUI updates. SUI, right now, I mean, the chart's looking pretty easy to. I should have actually shorted SUI. It was looking too good the other day, and I didn't, and I was kind of like, damn, dude, it was so easy. Where's my SUI? It was looking pretty good, like easy pickings right now on the 12-hour. But and you can see, look at it. It's like a perfect read. Look at that, up, down, and it's literally like up. Goes down 11%. Goes up. What do you think? Goes down 10%. It goes up. And then what do we think? It's going to go down 10%. So we're right here at 276. So you're kind of saying, okay, it's going to go just past the 382, do about a 10% fall, which would be right at this, right around this 276. And that's kind of like where, and again, Link is doing the same thing. But Link is a little bit more sold off than I want to when jumping into it. It's almost going to touch that 382 level. So I probably won't touch Link. But you can see right here that we're in the same exact boat for XRP. Look at where these go, right? Look at this fall right here. We go down about roughly 7%. From here to here, what are we down? Roughly 7.7%. So I'm going, okay, so from this peak right here to down here, we're going 7.7% or 7%. That puts us right at 215. Right, a little bit below the 382. So I can see that playing out. I can see something like that playing out. Flare's okay. I actually own a little bit of Flare. I don't own a ton of crypto stacks. I own just a little bit. I think it has a chance to do well. I think it has a chance to do decent. It is what it is, though. I mean, it's another one of those cryptos slow moving right now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. Thanks, dude. Yeah, no problem. I think he's the whale is going to sell first because the pump is long term. You think so? I am with you on that. Definitely long because the market could just rocket at any moment. Yeah, it's Steph. I mean, like I said, they could probably talk about tariffs stuff like that, but I don't see the market taking a crap. We could come down slightly and then go flat like we did in 2021. If you guys were here, you can see during the summertime, we did go a little flat until October. I mean, we waited out like almost 3 months of just like basically we pumped and then we came down just a little bit and then we just ran flat for like 2 months, 2.5 months, almost 3 months. And then October came and boom, it just freaking went off like a rocket. I'm sure some of you guys were here for it. You know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what happened. You only feel confident charting XRP. Yeah, sometimes it's you get in that trend, you stare at it all the time, and so it makes it easy. If you get no tax on crypto made in the US passed on crypto week, that would be, I don't know if they're going to do that in Same Mania. I don't know. Stellar's great, dude. Yeah, Stellar's good, dude. I think Stellar's good. I don't talk about it. I don't give it as much love as I give the other ones, but yeah, Stellar's right there, dude. Stellar's legit. So we got about 20 minutes until it seems like we go live. So we're gonna hopefully have Trump coming up here, the state of Texas. Oh, I didn't realize there's a big flood, and I didn't realize there's a big flood in Texas. Okay, 322 people here, 150 likes. Like the stream, appreciate that, dude. You grew up, Brian G. You grew up in Yelm. What year did you graduate? What year did you graduate? For fireworks, beer, and smokes. That's the way to do it, dude. Trump holding UFC fight at the one. Dude, that was crazy. That's crazy, dude. When is Crypto Week? That's gonna be Crypto Week is good old Yelm, yeah. Hey Austin, why is crypto dumping? Any news? Now the gambler. I think it's. I mean, the markets have been overpurchased for a while. I think the Crypto Week is what? What is it? And it's the 14th. It's next week, isn't it? Next week? No, it's the 14th through the 17th. I think is what it is. 14th to the 17th. Just occurred to me that the professional gambling community needs to figure out that the casino lobby is in favor of the new gambling provisions in the BBB. Why? Because it punishes sharp and likely does nothing to incentivize people who gamble for entertainment. More likely means more profit for casinos. That's true, dude. But can we get that on the leverage side, like leverage trading? Oh man, where is it at here? I think Watcher Guru had it up here. Let's take a look. I think it was right here, Crypto Week. July 14th through the 18th. July 14th through the 18th. 94. Oh wow, dude, 94. Yeah. Happy 4th of July, Austin fan and A-team. Do you still live out in the boondocks, or where you at now, Brian? Happy 4th to you too, crab gravy, and happy 4th to you too, Hawaii Rider. This will be year 10 of another sober 4th of July. Wow, dude. Congrats on the soberness, man. That's awesome. That is awesome, dude. Yeah, I have a family member that's going on. Dude, I have a family member that's going on like close to that too for being sober, dude. So yeah, sobriety is huge, man. So kudos to you. That's not easy. Hey, Austin, do I need to have margins to do futures trade? Yeah. You need to set up a margin. Like you can click on just like if you've never done it before, if you've never done margin trading before, just like honestly click on the link, create an account. You don't even got to send money, or just go to the demo section over there, dude. Like go to BTCC. I put the link in the chat here so people that ask me questions about it can go there, click on it, set up an account, and then just go over to the demo mode, dude. There's a whole demo mode on this. So if you go over to like the future side right here, up in the right hand corner, there's a demo mode right here, and you get free money to go over there and like learn how to margin trade, dude. So happy 4th from Enum Claw. Hell yeah, dude. Got a lot of Washingtonians in here. I freaking love it, dude. I know you're lighting fireworks off out in Enum Claw, bro. 4th of July is the only time Americans say the date the correct way. I know, right? 4th of July. Or if it's like September 4th, September 11th, 9/11. We actually say 4th of July. Happy from Enum Claw. That's awesome. H-bar ETF will be nice. Hell yeah, dude. H-bar ETF will be great. But like I was saying though, I mean, like honestly, if you haven't got into any margin trading, you need to learn it. Like period, simple, dude. And it helps you follow the markets. Like I said, you don't have to go out there and do a bunch of it. You can go out here and just do demos, dude. I use Robinhood. Okay. Does Robinhood have perpetuals? I don't think Robinhood has perpetuals though. Like maybe it does. I will never use Robinhood. I told everyone here pretty much knows my everyone pretty much knows my stance on Robinhood. So yeah, kind of crazy. Moved to the middle of America. You moved to Iowa, man. Damn. So you're out there where Trump was, dude. Yeah, you're out there where Trump was, dude. Des Moines, Iowa, dude. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Freaking, yeah, you'd love it out there. Is Iowa, I didn't realize, is Iowa that nice? Damn. No, Robin does not have perps. What XRP levels are important to watch for XRP right now? Right now, I mean, your most important levels to watch for on XRP are, you can see right here, I said right around the 220, and you can see right here we hit this 220. We've actually bounced off this twice now. This 220 area has been bounced off twice. Once here about almost 4 hours. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hours a little easier to see. You can see right here we hit this 220. We bounced off the 220 there. We bounced off the 220 there. We actually fell below the 220. But your areas right now are right around this 217, which again is a little bit of a fair value gap over there. But even though I'm not counting that, but right around this 217 is a pretty. I mean, that's a anytime you get past the 236, which is right here, the 236 down to the 382, that's a pretty good retracement. Anything past that is a deep retracement. So, you definitely don't want us to, I mean, we don't want to go past the 382, right? That would be like, technically that's kind of bearish. We're building right now. It would be nice to stick here right at this really strong support level at 218. You can see this red line right here. That's like a really good support level. But you can see that we have a massive amount of support right here at the 382 level. So I wouldn't be shocked if we actually came down to the 217 and then built back up from the 217. That's kind of where we want. And we need this to reset. Like, we don't want this to come all the way back down here to the 212 or to the 207 area. Like, that would be horrible. We want this to actually come down to this 382 level, get a nice little reset on the 4 hour. That would give us a reset on the 12 hour, and it would most likely help start to bring this down at least to where we can start resetting the day chart, because we need the day chart to come down just slightly. It doesn't have to come down like a drastic amount, but we need it to come down slightly so that we can start building back up out of this. We could do something like we saw right here where we built up, came down. We need this to come down and then build back up again here. You can see this trend on the MACD right here. See this trend right here? This gives you a good idea where we're at. We came all the way from the bottom, came up here, built. We came all the way from the bottom, built right here. We hit all the way back up to 266. You can see we don't have that momentum yet right here. So you need to kind of like drag this out a little bit, give us some room to actually build back up. So we need to basically have this come back down to give us momentum to come back up. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Momentum is a big part of it. Momentum's like probably some of the biggest parts of it. So most of us started there by getting off Robinhood. Yeah, I have to. I use basic investment dividends, not for crypto. Gotcha. Dave wrecked Robinhood. No, I mean, why don't you like Robinhood? I mean, the whole GameStop thing, dude. I mean, they screwed me on the whole GameStop thing. A lot of us lost a lot of money on the GameStop. Didn't lose money. We just lost more profits than we could have had. They screwed a lot of people out of that, dude. My money was on there for GameStop. So the reason why I started using Robinhood was for Dogecoin, right? So I bought Dogecoin at like 2 cents on Robinhood. So, and I rode Dogecoin all the way up to 70 cents and then back down to, I think I sold it at like 42 cents. So, yeah, I made good money off Dogecoin, but yeah, I was buying GameStop on Robinhood, dude. That was where it was at, dude. Robinhood and running it up over there was really easy to buy. And yeah, when they shut down that app, dude, and screwed us out of like thousands of dollars, I mean, tens of thousands of dollars we lost, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, you have a bad taste. I'll never use Robinhood again, dude. They lost someone forever, dude. I don't even care about the IPO stuff. That's why I didn't go over there and try to get into the Circle IPO. I don't care, dude. They lost a customer forever. I'll never use them. No, Robinhood's not a good guy, dude. No way. No way, dude. They'll never, you can never convince me of that otherwise now. Especially after even watching watching what was that movie we watched in Discord? Even after watching that, you could just tell those guys were not good people. Yeah, those times were fun, dude. I never forget that movie we watched in Discord, but it was about made Austin all mad again. I was pissed. I can't remember what it was called either. Dumb Money. Yeah, Dumb Money. Still mad about it, dude. Oh, Webull has the IPO access. Okay, maybe I have to open up Webull. I actually can't open up Webull here in Washington. That's the downside. I'd not do the play of the day yet, Mimi. If it's going to be the play of the day, we're definitely going to be longing a position. Even though the markets are saying to short, I just don't. We're in a really weird spot right now. I don't even know if I'll do a play of the day, and the reason why is because you can see right here, even on XRP right now, the day chart is still up, right? The MACD is still coming up. This is actually very bullish. The only downside is that we are usually trending downward when this is coming up like this. We usually have a nice little downward trend right here. So we kind of want this to come down, which again would cause the markets to stay red. So I don't know if it's a buy the rumor, sell the news thing today. Today's a really mixed indicator day. I don't know, man. Washington sucks. You can't access any trading platform. Yeah, dude. Anything you have to KYC to, you can't access, bro. It's that bad. I mean, we can't even gamble. We can't even use DraftKings. You can't even use anything like that, dude. This market is a trip. It's really hard. I don't know what's going to happen today. I really don't. Usually I feel a lot more confident with our picks, but I mean, indicators are still telling us that the markets are going to come down. So, yeah. You got right now you have Arnold Schwarzenegger talking on stage, so it's coming up here. We have about 10 minutes before we go in here. Washington, beautiful state, but run by communists. Yeah, I put out that tweet today, dude, and this is a true statement, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was shocked to see this today, but and again, not getting into politics here because I really don't want to, but this was crazy to me, dude. I was going to get my coffee today. Dude, and it says "Happy Birthday, America." I'm in one of the most liberal. Well, honestly, I'm in the most liberal, one of the most liberal, top probably four in the country cities in the United States of America. I mean, we are the most socialistic, communist type city in America, and I was shocked to see this place wasn't burned down. Like I was driving around, I was like, "Whoa, dude! Like, what am I seeing right here? What did I just read?" I literally had I pulled out, I saw it, I backed up to take a photo of it, dude. Like that's how shocked I was. Yeah, you're in Portland. Try me. I mean, yeah, Seattle's right there, right? I mean, we're right on the same. I mean, this whole area, right up the I-5 corridor, right? You go throughout all the city. I mean, you can go out from like all those areas are just bad, dude. You look really liberal. Super liberal. Can you tell? But I was just shocked. I was like, holy crap, man! This is I was not expecting to see "Happy Birthday, America" with flags actually on a construction site in the city where I was like, that's a risk that they're asking for it, dude. But it is what it is, man. I was shocked, and this just shows you. It honestly shows you that people are sick and tired of the anti-America leftist agenda. Like that's just what it is, dude. Regardless of whatever the side of the aisle you're on, that whole anti-America, it's that's so overplayed now. It's done with, dude. Like no one wants to see that stuff anymore. No one cares. You should be proud to be an American and proud to be here in America, regardless of the party line that you're on. Just because like this is one of the one of the best places to ever be. I mean, you truly are. As long as you follow the rules and you do the right thing, you're in the land of the free, man. As long as you follow the rules and do the right thing, you're not out there causing harm and doing crazy stuff. Like you can do whatever the hell you want. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. You can own guns. You could go ride motorcycles all day. You could do whatever you want. And no other country really has that, dude. So yeah, it is the best. I thought Austin was going to share the polls who supported. Yeah, that's another one. That's crazy. That just shows you. I mean, like I would never want to be in the Democratic Party, dude, because of the polls that just came out. I mean, could you imagine that? Imagine being a part of that group of people. Like those polls are insane, dude. Those polls make me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, dude, I can't believe that those are even like true. Those are even like legit polls. And it's true. CNN's putting them out there. So I mean, out of all things, CNN's the one putting the polls out there showing that what is it, like 34% of Democrats believe that that are proud to be Americans. 34% of Democrats are proud to be Americans. That's such a bad number, dude. I walked around Seattle in my MAGA hat, and I was surprised because only one guy said something about my shirt, and it was a guy from Boston who told me he liked my shirt. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's probably a positive thing, dude. People don't get it. You can get in your vehicle and travel across the country if you please. You don't have to go overseas in a lot of the countries without paperwork. Oh yeah, see, that's crazy, right, Anderson? I don't like seeing flags of other countries being flown. Only problem I have with the segment is that I know you're driving to get Starbucks. Touche. I was. Is one main reason I left. I was turning into a dumpster fire when I left. Yeah, it was getting bad, dude. It's pretty bad here. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's getting a lot better though. This area is getting a lot better. You can see people. I think, like I said, I think people. This is a true testament, dude. Honestly, it's a true seeing this. Seeing this is a true testament to it, dude. Is that I think people are finally getting sick and tired of just that agenda, and I was shocked to see this, dude. Like this just proves it to me that people are finally moving past that. So, and those 34% are oh my god, Kevin, it is wild though when you think about it. I couldn't believe that stat, and that came from CNN. So it's like, yeah, there's no biases in that. Trump will take back California, Washington, all the woke states one by one. Hey, something needs to happen, dude, because it's crazy. So we're roughly, let's see, we're getting close here. I think we're still seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is Arnold Schwarzenegger still talking here? Let's see. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is still talking. Let's see here. Let me zoom ahead. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger is still talking. Schwarzenegger speaks at the George Washington's home. So Later today, President will sign the big beautiful bill. Hopefully, here in the next 5 minutes, we get something from the White House. So we'll see what happens here. I'm in Portland and visit Seattle. Seattle's worst. Oh, really? Seattle's worst. We were going to go down and visit Portland. Day was that? I don't know what day it was. Like Monday. I think it was on Monday. We are going to go down, or Sunday. We are going to go down and visit Portland. But fan wasn't feeling too well, so we ended up not doing it. Mm. Arnold's my fellow cousin. Pray for the people of Texas. Yeah, I saw that, dude. Having a catastrophic flooding day. I did see that, dude. That's crazy. I saw that flooding. Dave is back. Dave, do I see you, Dave? He'll be back. Then the loading. That's actually pretty funny. What is the Arnold Switch? I don't know what he's even talking about, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing, hopefully this is right. I heard it's strange beyond Austrian American. If you visit, definitely hit me up. I'll buy you a Starbucks. Hell yeah, opium days. Yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up on like X or something like that. Say I'm coming down. Be down to meet. There's a place down there that we love to go to. It's called Al Amir's. I don't know if you've been there or not, but it's called Al Amir's. AL-AMIR. Phenomenal food, dude. And they have what's called the it's called the oh my gosh, what is the margarita called, fan? Oh my gosh. I just brain farted, but there's a margarita down there. Oh, Lebanese margarita, dude. That thing is fire. Let's hear the governor. You want to hear him? Yeah, we could put it on live here. Just like let me let's do it. There we go. Let me know if you can hear it. What? You can't hear it?
Because it took action to get
There.
here.
Hopefully you can hear it now.
Laziness did not get you here. Apathy did not get you here. I believe in the status quo did not get you here. No.
Hopefully you hear it now.
Action is what got you here. You wanted something more. So you went after it. You worked hard, you struggled, and you persevered.
Can you give me a thumbs up when you guys
I
can
know
hear
what
it?
you say to yourself, because this is what I said to myself. If only I can get to America. If only I can prove what I can do. If only I can be the person that I know I can be. Right? Today, all of your action over the years were rewarded. No longer are you hanging on the cliff by one hand. You have pulled yourself up. Yes, you have pulled yourself up. And today your feet are firmly planted in America. Isn't that wonderful? So, what now?
I don't know. What now?
In return for all that America is doing for you, in giving you your freedom, peace, and opportunity, I ask you to think about what will you do for America? What will you do for America?
Yeah, what will you do?
When you took that oath, you were not putting your hand out for what you could get. No, you put your hand up in a promise of what you would do for America.
All right.
When you took that oath and received America's many blessings, I hope that you also accepted the responsibility to give something back. Giving back does not just mean to give money. It means giving of yourself to something beyond yourself. I remember that I first arrived in America a week before Thanksgiving. And the guy in the gym reached out to me and he said, "You're here by yourself. You're a foreigner. I barely can understand you." I can't blame him for that. He said, "Why don't you spend Thanksgiving with us, with my family?" His name was Bill Drake. And I met his father and his mother, and it was the most wonderful turkey dinner with all its trimmings. And as if that was not enough generosity, that same weekend after that fantastic meal, there was a knock on my door of my empty apartment across the street from the gym. I opened it, and a parade of bodybuilders walked in, all pumped up, one after the other, carrying things in their hands. One was carrying bed sheets, the other one pillowcases, the other one utensils. One was even carrying a black and white TV. I tell you, so impressed. It was a parade of generosity, turning my bare immigrant apartment into a home. That is a generosity that I will never forget. I will never forget that. That kindness left a lasting impression on me. And for the last 30 years now, I have been buying and handing out turkeys at the youth center in East Los Angeles. And I tell you something, that handing out those thousands of turkeys year after year is 100 times more rewarding than standing at the red carpet of a movie premiere. I've tried to be a good citizen and to give back. That's why I got involved in Special Olympics and became the national and international strength coach for the Special Olympians worldwide to promote Special Olympics worldwide. That's why I was so honored also to be asked by President Bush to be the chairman of the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports and travel through all 50 states and go into public schools and to promote exercising and fitness amongst the youngsters and to tell them no to drugs, no to gang, and no to violence. I helped our veterans getting homes, helped the homeless. I'm involved in combating climate change and promoting healthy living, advocating civil responsibility.
All I hear is a baby crying.
I started after-school programs, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, one thing I have to tell you, you don't have to run for governor as I did. Start by running to the grocery store for a homebound neighbor, or run the bake sale table at the PTA meeting.
So all I hear is a damn baby.
The question is, what will you become involved in? I guarantee you that it will begin to change your life. Now, here's another thing that I've learned. You do not have to give up who you are in order to succeed as an American. When I wanted to get into the movies, I remember an agent and the studio executives would say to me, he says, "Arnold,
that's funny.
that accent, that ridiculous accent. No one has ever become a movie star or a leading man with an accent like that. And then you name Schwarzen Schnitzel or whatever. It wouldn't even fit on a movie poster or on a billboard. Why don't you forget the movies altogether?"
This baby's got me,
a
dude.
health food store or a gymnasium. I was convinced that I could do it. I was in the land of opportunities. I knew that if I worked my butt off, that I could do it. I could make my vision become a reality. So I took acting classes, English classes, speech classes, dialogue classes. I even took accent removal classes. I walked around the whole day saying, a fine wine grows on a vine. And 3,333 and 1/3. Because those are all the things the German-speaking people have difficulty pronouncing. So I worked on it and worked on it, and this is why today I have absolutely no accent at all. You're laughing, but I mean, it's not funny. I'm still looking for that coach to get my money back. But anyway, the bottom line is that an accent is nothing to be ashamed of. It is a memory of your past. It is telling a story.
He's talking about like coming over here as an if you're an immigrant coming over here and trying to become a U.S. citizen and like do right by America. That's basically his speech. If you listen to majority of the speech, that's what he's saying is that, like, hey, if you're going to come over here, you're going to become a U.S. citizen, or you're going to be, try to work to, provide benefits to America, then like you need to come over here and do the right thing and do these kind of things. He was just basically talking about his story and how, he evolved and was able to do what he was doing. So that's kind of the story of what he's saying here. To be honest, it's kind of, I get what he's saying for sure. And right now, looks like Trump, they're still waiting right now on whether this is going to, the signing of the bill is going to come here soon. I'm looking right now. Trump signs the big beautiful bill. That's coming up here soon on Fox News. So yeah, hopefully we'll see it here live on at least on this Fox side of it. We're still waiting. I'm following it over here on the Will Kane show. So we'll see if that happens here. So speaking to legal immigrants, I think he's speaking to. Dude, honestly, I have no idea. That's fun. That's a good one. I have no idea. No one should be ashamed of their accent. America is a melting pot of beautiful culture. 100%, dude. Dude, 100%. You should never be ashamed of your accent. I agree. I agree with him. The same on Portugal with the immigrant problem. Yeah. Well, Europe's getting taken over too, right? Did anyone else fumble into the last long position? Let's look at this actually real quick. Let me stop sharing this. Let's go to once Trump comes up here, I will go live. So just let you guys know, I will share when he goes live here. You can see right now still 221.34. So like this is still a very, very flat. The 4 hours coming to an end. It just came to an end, as you can see. The 4 hour actually closed. Damn, dude, it closed. Wow, closed right here at roughly what is that? 221.08? Or no, sorry. Yeah, that's where it opened and then closed here at 221.08. Gosh, now it's 221.12 is where it closed. Now it's up to 21. This will be interesting to see if this continues to be able to sustain upward. We have roughly about 4 more hours on the 12 hour before a new 12 hours formed here. So we'll see where this actually ends up here. And if we continue in a downward trend, especially with the signing of the bill. Like I said, you can anticipate this is going to have a nice little bounce back here in this new 4 hour. Usually we have a nice little bounce back. This will probably come up and fill about halfway up here, probably get back up to 222, and then probably start to peel back off here and could dip back down. Right now the 4 hour is cooling off. We're at 3. We're actually towards the bottom here. So we could see something like anytime we kind of come down here, we start to have a nice little fall right here. So you can see last time the 4 hour hit the bottom, we hit about a 7% fall right there, 7%. This will be about a 7% from right here. 7% was this from the top of here, down. So that's about a 7%. And right now we're sitting about currently we're sitting about 4%. We did hit about 5%. So if we say 7%, 6% at 217, 7% is right there at 214. So we're not too far off from that actually happening here. And that very well could play out. So, and I'm not even showing you guys the chart. So that's awesome. So glad I didn't show you guys that. That's freaking cool. So you guys now know what it feels like on TikTok when I'm talking on TikTok. They just see my face. They don't see the charts. That's hilarious, dude. Oh man. Can't even see the chart. I love it, dude. I love it. Show us your screen, Austin. My bad, guys. My bad. So what I was saying, my bad. Thanks for holding me accountable. What I was saying here is that the 4 hour, anytime the 4 hour comes up and comes down, you can see we track these, right? 4 hours up, then the 4 hour bottoms out. 4 hours up, 4 hour and bottoms out, right? This one was kind of a funky 4 hour right here of this coming down. And you can see that this 4 hour didn't really come down a whole lot until about right. And then we had this massive spike right here, which was, this was like the crazy Monday that just happened, where, the Vietnam and everything that just happened right here. That's kind of where this was. This whole Vietnam thing was right here. Anyways, kind of a wonky look of where the 4 hour is. But you go to the 12 hour, 12 hours in the same boat. You can see we came up, down, up, down, up, down, and then this is going to reset. And if it resets, we're going to have a pretty good reset on this, right? Doesn't mean it has to be a full reset. You're talking roughly what, 10%, right? So 10% puts us at roughly 209, 210, right? And you're hoping that maybe it doesn't get there, right? Maybe we don't get to a full 10%. But what the indicators are telling us is that we're probably more likely than not going to continue in a downward trend. BTC 4 hour RSI has bottomed out. Yeah, it did. The 4 hour right here has bottomed out. But usually we bounce around the bottom for a little bit, where we usually dance around here for a little bit. So like this one, we danced around, we down, we hit the bottom, we danced around for, what is that? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, almost 24 hours down here. Then this one came and bottomed out. And we basically hung around. We didn't really hang around too much down here. So maybe we do something like this where we just hit the bottom a little bit and we have a nice little sharp upward trend, which could be nice, right? That's kind of what we want. I mean, if you're bullish and you want to see this bounce back nicely, then you want this to come down and not go much further down, right? Because we want to build this next thing. We don't want to create another low, right? Unfortunately, we didn't create a new high. We actually created a lower high on this uptick, right? We wanted to get above this one to continue in the bullish trend. So, yeah. Is this a patriotic channel? Yeah, dude, we're definitely more patriotic than not. I mean, I guess I'm proud to be an American. XRP, good support at 217.6. Yeah, you can definitely see that there's a pretty good amount of support at the 220, right around the 382 level. So, yeah, we're still waiting right now to see if this actually comes up here. So far, we're not seeing any movement yet on the signing yet. So hopefully coming up here shortly. Yes, I'm in a massive long, hoping for up. Okay, heck yeah, man. Longs are where it would be. My brother, been trying to get him into crypto for 3 years. I want him to lose money like his brother. You're telling me that you're losing money after? Is that what you're telling me? I just clicked on a random stream for the bill signing. I'm not disappointed by the comment sections. No, Nation stonks. I mean, we're waiting for the bill we're waiting for it to go live. But right now, you can see over here, we're just talking about crypto and everything like that until it goes. And then we're gonna be live on here when the big beautiful bill gets signed by Trump. So later today, this will be signing. It says 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, President Trump at a military picnic, and then 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, White House fireworks. So we're hoping here in the next, I don't know, probably maybe the next 30 minutes that we have him come up here and actually sign. I'm following on another channel over here to see if something happens. So yes, we'll definitely have the signing over here pretty shortly, dude. Great. Yeah, appreciate you being here, man. Dang, proud to be a Republican, 6.5, 230-pound white American. All right, there we go. Nice, yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. USA, yeah, seize today. 100%, dude. They're in a commercial break. I like how they tell you they're in a commercial break. Dude, the comment section on this is just insane, though. Yes, I'm a massive long. Yeah, dude, kudos to your long, though, bro. Yeah, that's a good position to be in, right? These longs, you can see right now, I mean, it is coming back. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Bitcoin, obviously, looking like it's starting to try to form out of this. We've hit a bottom on the 4 hour here as well. Last time we sort of dinked around the bottom here for a while on the 4 hour. The 12 hour, again, coming down, still trending downward here. Last time we had a little bit of a downtrend here. We fell about, what was it? I say it was like 3.3%. That's not that bad. Last time we had this little downturn here. And another downturn right here was roughly about 6%. So anytime we go from the 12 to the bottom, we tend to have a pretty good one. So I mean, you're looking at anywhere from like a 3 or 4%. Let's extend this fib out a little bit for retracement. So that's probably puts you right at the 3%. Puts you right at The 4% puts you right at 106. The top of this puts you at 104. So top of the right there on the massive support level 104. So it'll be interesting to see what this is. Proud to be American. Hell yeah, dude. We'll be right back. Here's the, I guess this is where they're gonna be signing it. Oz, is there a way to connect the Pure Wallet to the Pure Wallet token I had purchased to another wallet? The current wallet it's connected to has been compromised with sweeper bots. Yeah, CCC, you'd have to the best thing you could possibly do, man. You could yeah, you're probably because they're going to airdrop it to that wallet. So I mean, when you say compromise, have they like hacked your wallet, or is it just full of the super bots? That's crazy, dude. How did that happen? You click on something? I'm English, but in the US for 11 plus years and more patriotic towards America as you guys stand up for what you believe. And I really respect that. Oh, Paul, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. I mean, truly, I mean, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, I'm with all that kind of stuff, dude. So hell yeah to you on that. That's awesome. And yeah, I think it's important. I think it's important. We've been through a lot. I was just telling my father today, you know, it's crazy. My kids have all grown up, you know, just constant like craziness from you know the pandemic to just everything that's happened over the last 4 years in the Biden administration. Just seeing our community get overtaken by, you know, bums. I mean, like literally, you can't even go out in the streets without you know, having to step over, you know, someone sleeping in the street. You know, it's kind of crazy. So it's nice to sort of see the pendulum swing backwards. I only see a few things. I took a German in the middle. Oh, okay. I'm still. Hey Austin, what's your peak price for BTC this cycle? I said I think a 250 is kind of where I was at. Slim cheeses, based off where I did the things. So I can't send ETH to the wallet. As soon as I do, it gets immediately transferred out. Yeah, so you're gonna have to. What you'll have to do is uh, you'll probably have to dude. What you could do? Send me a DM on X, dude. Send me a DM on X, and then and you can give me your wallet address, just your Ethereum wallet address, and I'll have them, and you'll have to give me a new address for them to send the tokens to, but I could probably help facilitate that for you. Fourth Amendment protected from unlawful search and seizures. Yeah. A little sad to when I think about it that the UK has lost. I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy, you know. When I went to England, right? I mean, you go there to experience like the English culture. You go there to experience what it's like, and to think like when you go there today, it's not the same. That's kind of sad, right? Just like if you go to Ireland. I mean, when I go to Ireland, I want to experience in like the Irish culture. I don't want to go experience someone else's culture. That's the whole point. You go to Ireland, right? Um, so that's kind of sad to think. I mean, when people come to America, they want to come experience American culture, whatever that is. I guess I don't know, but it's like if you went to Japan and you went there to go experience Japanese culture, and you went over there and it was it wasn't Japanese. That's kind of crazy, right? Same with South Korea as well. What is this person doing? Like she's testing out her. I guess this is where he's going to come through. Yeah, these are wild right now. The flooding right now is insane. I live in England right now, and you're right. We have lost everything. We have lost our culture, and we have lost our. Damn, really, Gary? That makes me so sad that you're actually saying that. Like, gosh. Yeah, I know, Citizen. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Send me your. Well, just send me the wallet ad. You don't send me don't send me your seed phrase. Like, just send me the wallet ad. I can't do anything with your wallet address. But I get, yeah, that does sound pretty bad, doesn't it? Depends where you go. I love York and old cathedrals and stately homes. Okay, Paul Dover. Okay, yeah. I just think about that, right? If Portugal is going the same way. So see, if I went to Spain, I want to go experience Spain. If I go to Italy, I want to experience Italy for Italy. I don't want to go there and experience something else. And it's kind of crazy when you think about that. Like the European Union's just okay. Next time, don't tell. Oh yeah, don't tell them scam accounts. Yeah. Make sure you DM me, dude. Like here, I'll provide here, I'll give you my X link, okay? Someone's alarm's going off. Here, DM me at this CC. I'll put it in the thing down here. Here, just make sure you DM me at that. So we're still waiting for him to come here. An Independence Day flyover, military flyover for an entire SC. Oh, okay, thanks, fan. Stay strong. Yeah, Portugal is going the same way. That's crazy, dude. Crypto is regulated; it'll never not be not taxed. I hope. I mean, it'll be nice if it doesn't. You know what I mean? It'll be nice if we don't actually get taxed on crypto. But you're right, we probably always will. Oh, okay. You live in London, so it could be in other parts. Okay, I get you, Gary. It doesn't sound like that's the thing is I haven't been over there, so I don't know. But it sounds like what you're saying is kind of how it's been across most like big European cities, which is just crazy to me. You know, so it kind of does suck to hear that. Oh, really? You do, Alan? Yeah, that's like what can you do to like change that? You know what I mean? Man, that's crazy. Yeah, you guys are all man. That's sad to hear. Gosh. Yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, XRP is trying to make that move, dude. What did it actually get to on the 4 hour? Up to 221.74. So it's still trying to make its climb up. What's your most favorite 24 word in order? What do I expect from the Genius and Clarity Act? I mean, I think it's going to be good. I mean, we need the Clarity Act's awesome, dude. That's what Coinbase has been pushing for years against the SEC is the Clarity Act. We just need clarity. We just need to know our guardrails. So I think having that is super important. I mean, the Genius Act is cool and everything like that, but I feel like the Clarity Act is going to give a lot. It's going to suit people a lot more than just the stablecoin side. Clarity Act is like probably one of the most important ones out there in terms, like just my personal opinion. Yeah, I think XLM is going to do great in the future. Yeah, I think it's going to do good. This is taking forever for Trump to come sign. Here we go. We got Houston celebrates the 4th of July. Hell yeah. Yeah, they're I hope he comes out and signs sooner rather than later. Clarity Act. Thanks, by the way. I watch and listen to most of your videos, but don't comment much. In the UK, we're powerless. It actually can't get arrested for speaking up. Truly sad, dude. That is crazy to me, dude. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's crazy that's how it is now. Yeah, I saw like that. You like post on like Facebook or something like that. You just get like they come out and they find where you're at. That's crazy. So the Clarity Act is really what it says it is, dude. It's basically going to allow to establish a comprehensive regulatory framework for digital assets. And that's where a lot of the issues have been. Is there's just been like some ambiguity to what the U.S. should do, like what U.S. cryptocurrency companies can and can't do. So this just really helps provide that. It provides rules for the SEC and the CFTC. So that's the whole goal, is to try to bridge that and create frameworks so that people can operate inside those frameworks and not be afraid for what they plan on, what they can and can't, know exactly what they can and can't do. That's really what it comes down to, and really who actually has control over the investment contracts and who has control over digital commodities. I mean, that's kind of the big things. So I use StreamYard. I need to use OBS. I need to get better and use OBS. OBS has some better stuff, dude. It allows you to do other things. So yeah, definitely need to do OBS. Trump announced yesterday the signing and flyover is at 5:05 Eastern Standard Time. Is it now 5:05? So it's not 4. I thought it was 4. I thought 5:05 was going to be. I thought it was. Did he say 5 o'clock? Damn, I thought it was 4 o'clock. I have not heard many people talk about syrup. but it's bullish. Oh, you talking about syrup? Yeah. Is it 5:05? What time is it? I thought it was 4. Maybe I was wrong. Let's see. Trump. Signs big. Let's see. There's actually some people that are. Oops. It's funny. Some people say one thing and some people say another. Let's see. What is. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my god, dude. Why is it going down? What do you guys see? What are you guys seeing? I'm seeing mixed reviews here. Chuck Norris heard. Oh my gosh. Dude, that goes way too much. We should have a sign 5 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, is that what it is? Damn. So we have about another 30 minutes. But another 30 minutes, dude. He would have signed the bill before he went to the military picnic. Yeah, isn't the military picnic at like 5 o'clock? Yes, thank you also for keeping it real and believe you're one of the few genuine people still out there and put the human back in humanity. Think in real life I'd be buying you a beer. Oh, I appreciate that, Paul. Thanks, man. I tried real hard, man. I've been through the ringer, man. I've been through the ups and downs on crypto, or being a someone on YouTube that talks about crypto. It's been a rough ride. People make their opinions easily. You get Daves in here all the time that but I do appreciate those kinds of words. That makes me feel good, dude. Thank you so much. Reuter says 5 p.m. Okay, we waited this long. We will be good. Yeah, we're gonna ride this out, dude. Ride or die. Ride or die today. Yeah, market. I mean, dude, right now the 4 hours actually looking pretty good. Gosh dang, it's coming back up here nicely, dude. 220. Like I said, it's probably going to come hit 222, and then we could have a tail off somewhere in here, potentially. Does Trump run on time? It seems we are often waiting for him. Yeah, we're always stepping into grace. We're always waiting for Trump, dude. Always. Bill probably will still on the house. Haters will always hate. Yeah, you got to get past it real quick, dude. You got to have some thick skin. I've realized that in this space, especially if you're going to talk about it and you're going to hang your hat on it. You gotta have some tough skin, dude, and not get stuck up on it. Dave can suck my eyeballs. Yeah, I'm invested in the stock market, JSB. Yeah, we do some stocks, for sure. It's not a lot of where my money's at, though. I'll be honest with you. Like I do put some money there, but a majority of my money's in crypto. It's been in crypto for a long time. It is, Guy, I'm with you, man. It is definitely going to balloon the deficit and make America less healthy. I would agree with you, dude. And it's like kind of like I kind of chalk it up to like what can I do about it, right? I mean, I could sit here and be upset about it. And yeah, I definitely voted for reducing our deficit. That was part of the deal. That's why I was so on board with Doge and what Elon was doing, and still am. But at the same time, I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can change to make this bill go away. So I got to just, play with the cards that were dealt. And so right now, the cards that got dealt to us are that, and I got to make the best of that dealt hand, right? And so what I'm going to do? What am I going to do with it? I'm going to go out there and try to leverage my way into positions to make me happy and satisfied for my family. That's what I'm going to do with it. You know what I mean? And do the best I can to make a good smart investment choices with it. And hopefully at the end of that run, I come out on the other end in a better situation than I did starting today. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, exactly. So capitalize from it. Capitalize the best I can from it. You know what I mean? Running an entire country has got to be a bit to do. It's so hard. You have so many different feelings, people's opinions. I mean, there's so many opinions. You can't make everyone happy. That's one thing I've realized too. I mean, you can't make everyone happy. It's literally impossible, dude. Like you just can't. There's just too many different people, too many different kinds of people. you know, whether it's from just, yeah, humans are tough, dude. And so how do you do it? People complaining about a bill they haven't even read. Yeah, I mean, I had Grok's insane. But I'm gonna let you guys know though. I had Grok go through. Grok probably wrote a 100-page essay to me on the key provisions of the pros and the cons and the key provisions of the Big Beautiful Bill Act, and they literally wrote like a 35-page like and reading it. So I mean, like trying to break down all the ins and the outs of it and the pros and the cons of it. Grok actually did a really good job with it. I'll give him that, dude. I mean, so you're right. I didn't go through and read every page, but I definitely spent I spent probably close to 2 hours reading through the pros and the cons of what the bill is. And yeah, I think there's pros and cons to it, dude. Like 100%. Not everything is great, but there are some good things in there too. It is biased. I would agree it's biased. And it is biased, but it does give you a breakdown at least, right? If you ask it to give you the pros and the cons, it will give you the pros and the cons. And it gives you the resources, which is cool, is that you can go back and actually read the resources. So I kind of dig that. Elon doesn't like the bill. Grok won't either. Grok gave, dude, go type it into Grok. Grok actually gave a positive, like they gave some good things to it, you know? It wasn't like, this is great, but it was like, here's the things that, you know, is going on. I mean, so if it was Trump with the big BB, it would have been Kamala with whatever her version would have been. I think Trump is a bit of the better choice. Yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, we can't change the outcome. All I could do is just play the hands that have been dealt to us. And so far, I'm just continuing to play the hand that's dealt. Okay, talk more than normal I do, so I'm out of here on the 4th of. Okay, buddy, I appreciate you being here, Paul. Thanks so much for talking, and thanks so much for the kind words and being here, man. I appreciate your support too. So yeah, we're getting there, dude. It's we're getting live. We have the death toll rises to 6. I mean, extreme flooding in Texas. Gosh dang, that's sad, dude. That's a sad day. Ugh. So yeah, the 4 hours looking good. The best president we ever had was not a career politician. You're talking about Ronald Reagan? Is that who you're going for, Harrison? Is that if I had to read your mind? So glad I didn't vote for any of the two evils. Yeah, one thing my dad always said to me, you know, it always stuck with me as a kid and just going into like just life was that he always told me if you don't vote, then you can't have then you don't get a voice. So he always told that. It always stuck in my head. Like if you don't vote, like you have to vote. You have to pick someone. And if you don't, then you can't complain or have a voice as to the issues that are out there. Like, and again, people are going to still have their voice to it, but he's just saying like, you know, ethically and morally, if you don't vote and actually put something, you know, actually go out there, then you can't complain or say anything about it. And I've always thought about that. And I was like, so you have to make a decision, even if you don't want to, even if you don't like either candidate, like at some point you got to make a decision so that you can at least say, hey, I got a voice in this too. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like sometimes that sucks, but it's always stuck with me. So I've always had to make that decision, right? What I had to make a decision and pick out which one's best so that I could have a voice and be able to speak my opinions on that. So here we go. 222. I said we'll probably come up here to 222. We're at 222 right now with XRP. This is probably somewhere up here in the 222. We'll probably tail off here. This will probably be about halfway up the wick right here, and then we'll usually tail back off. Here it goes. It's starting to come back down to 220. We'll see if we can hold it. If we can get past the 222 marker, you're probably in a good spot. I voted for America. Fight till the very end. Yeah. I mean, that's a big one. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are feeling that way. You know, if you don't agree with, and again, if you don't agree with either one, I mean, you know, like I said, that's where it gets tough. Is that you gotta figure out which one is best, right? Trump has done more in the last 3 months that's positive than Biden did in the last 4 years. And there's some people out there that think opposite of that, Frigid, right? I mean, some people believe that to be true, and some people just don't, you know? It's kind of crazy. You know, people have their own opinions. And what's hard is that everyone wants to force their opinion on you. And I think a lot of people come to realize that, like, a lot of people's minds are already made up. So there's no forcing, there's no changing people's minds. But for some reason, a lot of people get upset when like they can't convince you to change your mind. And it's like, hey man, like, do what's best for you and what you think is great, and I'll do what's best for me and I'll think it's great. Like, doesn't mean that we have to hate each other, doesn't mean we have to don't like each other, doesn't mean anything. Like, let's just set it aside, and you do what you think is healthy for you and I'll do what I think is healthy for me. Like, you're not going to change my mind, I'm not going to change your mind. That's kind of the stance I've taken, dude. Yep, you do you, boo. Yeah, do you, boo boo, dude. 100%. And I'm never like, dude, like family members, all those people that go, are like left leaning, far left leaning people. Like, I never criticize them and get upset for them. I'm just like, you know, do you? Yeah, yeah, Hawaii writer, and those are, again, you're trying to look at, you're voting. When you vote, you're voting for what you think is best for you and your family, right? So yeah, it's kind of crazy. How to have to respect that everyone has a right to their own opinion. That's one reason I'm no longer a leftist. Wow, Stephen Grimes, that takes a lot to say. I mean, it's crazy. Is that, yeah? I mean, it is kind of hard to speak that. You do get beat. Yeah, you get beat out. I just think it's like kind of like I let be, let live, dude. That's kind of how I've been, dude. Just let be, let live. Like, mind your business. I'll mind my business. You're exactly right. But mainstream media has told people it's everybody. Yeah, I know, right? I'm actually, that's true. Ursa, yeah, I get you're saying that too. Unfortunately, the left don't think like that. I have run into, my grandpa's a perfect example, dude. My grandpa is a conservative, by like a conservative, and he's very much like the push. He is more pushy on the conservative side, right? Just like how some leftists are maybe more pushy on the left, on the liberal side. So you do have, but he's 95 years old, bro. Like, he's as conservative as they get. So and again, you're not changing his mind and how he approaches things. So it's just, yeah. Trump can get reelected, so you give zero. He'll still stick to the Dem hard before the next 4 years. You think so, Crypto Stack? I think he's going to try, yeah. Because I mean, you still want your party to go on. I appreciate you, XRP Bandit. Yeah, again, I don't mean to get political here on the channel here. I mean, politics play a lot into markets for sure. They do. I mean, you can sit here and say what you want, but I mean, the politics of things really do play a factor into the markets to some degree. I mean, we're seeing it right now with the big beautiful bill. That's a politically charged bill coming out of here. So, it plays a lot into our pocketbooks, as much as people think it does or doesn't. I mean, it really does play a lot into our pocketbooks. Open borders, Democrats should be charged with treason. The open border thing was crazy. I mean, I'll admit that is some wild stuff, dude. The open border thing, I was like, I mean, where I told you guys where I stood. I mean, the two biggest things I had on mine was I think the forever war should end. Like, I don't think we should be in wars. Like, that was on the voting side of it. The other thing was, I believe that I truly believe, and again, you can get mad at me if you want, I don't care. But I having two daughters, and I do believe that women should. I grew up with a mom and two sisters. I had a really strong mom who raised me. Even though my mom and my dad divorced, so like, I'm still close to my dad, but my mom and my two sisters, were a big part of my life. So like, really grew up with like strong women in my family. And I believe in, and I truly believe in women's rights. Like, I believe that they have a voice. And so the whole, men and women's sports things, like, that really took it to me, especially when I have two daughters that play soccer. And when you see them out there against a boy, that's a tough thing, dude. That's a tough thing to swallow, especially when that boy is a lot more powerful than them, right? A lot bigger than them, a lot faster than them. That's a tough thing to swallow. And I could never get on the board with like having my daughters be in a YMCA bathroom with someone else, someone who's not of the same gender as them, even though they might think that whatever they want to think. Like, so I had a hard time getting over that. And so yeah, that's kind of where that was on the ticket for me as well. Is, I think women, where are all the feminists at, dude? Like, I grew up in a feminist household, dude, and very strong feminist women, and they're like, majority of them switched. Like, they don't even like stick up for themselves anymore. And I'm like, where did all these women go, dude, that are for women's rights? They're still out there, but a lot of them like are no longer voicing that, and it's kind of crazy to me. I'm like, dude, like, where is this at? Like, we should be standing up for women's rights. We should be standing up for our daughters and our mothers. And like, it just blows my mind that like that just got thrown out the window. It's still hard to digest. But and then on top of that, then the big thing is that kids, when it comes to food at school lunches, I think just our health in America is just very, very poor. I don't believe in the vaccine mandates. Like, I thought that was crazy to me. So like that was a big part of it, was like kids' health and the vaccines and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I do think that some vaccines are good for, some vaccines are probably good. I mean, that have definitely helped out a lot of I mean, just like, again, like, let's just take malaria for instance. Like that shows you proof that like some of those things are actually probably beneficial. But those have been out for years. And again, I probably shouldn't talk about this. I'll probably get banned now. YouTube coming out here talking about it, right? I shouldn't even talk about this. But there's some good things. But I believe in like the just the health in food. Like, our food is just poor here in America. Just all the crap that's in our foods, the chemicals. I just think that all that stuff's got to go, dude. Dude, I actually, as crazy as that sounds, dude, I know probably, dude, that's crazy. As much as you say, I probably only know one. Probably only know one guy. But you run into you. I run it here in Seattle. You run into them a lot. You run into people a lot that have different pronouns. So it's kind of like become like a normal trend here in Seattle. And again, I don't care. Like, do you, dude? Like, do you? Like, if that's what you choose to do, like, do you? I'm not going to judge you for it. I will never judge you if that's what you want to do. If you want to be if you want to do that, like, do yourself, man. But just like I said, don't indoctrinate my kids on it. That's all. Just don't indoctrinate me or my. Like, I don't like, do what you think is best for you, but don't push that same stuff on me and my kids, or make them required to have to do it themselves. Like, I'm not on board with that agenda. Again, my agenda is let be, let live, do you, boo boo. Like, let me do me. I'll let you do you. Don't tell me what to do. I won't tell you what to do. That's always been my big thing here. And so, unfortunately, sometimes that doesn't happen here. We really don't care what you think in the bedroom. We're just here. We're tired of having to talk about it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. Markets are looking pretty good right now, though. I'm telling you right now, XRP back to 222.16. ETH is almost back up to 25. H bar is back to almost 15.3. So yeah, things are actually looking pretty decent right now while we're talking about this craziness. Let's all hit on Austin. Hey man, I'm totally sexual. I'm totally 100% confident in my, there's nothing wrong with it, dude. I don't care about it. Like, I'm good in my skin, and I support people. If they choose to be that, I'll support you. Again, just don't make it to where I have to follow a set of rules or like I said, indoctrinate kids. Like, that's just wild to me. So like, just let kids be kids, man. If you want to identify as crypto, make sure it's XRP. It's simple. If you are able, then contribute to society, and society will take care of you. But if you leech off society and not contribute, you are no longer entitled to its benefits. That's kind of what the big BB one came. That's what's in this big beautiful bill. Let's be clear. I'm gay, but I'm not hitting on you, Austin. Guy, it's all good. Dude, one of my best friends is gay, dude. Like, dude, like, again, I'm not against any of that kind of stuff, bro. Like, I'm all for it. Like I said, I don't judge anyone. You know what I mean? And that's the good part, is that, like, one thing I learned about this is that there is really like I mean, again, I'm not here to speak for like the gay, the gay community, but like, it is crazy to see, I am close to like I said, one of my best friends is gay. I'm really close to him. And like, talking to them, talking to him and his husband about it. I mean, it is crazy that there's a gap between the newer, like the LGBTQ community and then there's like a sort of an older set of like gay community, and like, they don't want to be a part of that. It's crazy. There's actually a big gap between what's going on with all this and like some of the older generations of like, and it's crazy because like, they don't want to be associated with any of that, dude. Like they were all for like, you know, back in the day when there was like, you know, they're, you know, pride and proud to be gay and the pride stuff, like early on in the day, it's like they were part of that. But now that's taken a whole different turn. It's not even like about that anymore. And it's like, so you're losing a lot of that. Like, and I was kind of like, wow, dude, that's crazy to sort of hear like that community. Like there's just a gap in that community of people that don't want to take part in that because it's kind of like, it's taken a lot away from what they built over the years to get where they're at with, you know, just, you know, same-sex marriage and all that stuff that they worked for. And now, boom, dude, like it's like taking this whole air, you know, this whole aura of like sexualizing it and making it crazy. And like, that's just crazy to me. Can't reproduce. Yeah. You know, and there's some people like that that aren't like that, right? Rudy Poo. I mean, just because there's, you know, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, are gay and they can't reproduce, but they're not out there, you know, trying to recruit kids. Like there's a whole, like, that's what I'm saying. There's a gap. There's a gap. There's a lot of people that aren't like that. And we're seeing a lot of people that are like that. So, you know, trying to, you know, you have to separate those two for sure. Yeah. Children are very vulnerable. 100%, dude. You don't mess with children. Dude, that's like, this is like my number one rule, dude. I get so angry over that stuff that we watched for a long time that you just watch the alphabet community post and he does it publicly and they're actually ashamed of it. Yeah, Airset, you're right. That's exactly what it is. I'm moderate. Left doesn't like me because I'm not left, and right doesn't like me because I'm not right in my area. So I just don't talk. So I'm very much the same, Andrew. Like I'm a very much an independent voter. You know what I mean? Like, and so I get a lot of people that don't like me on the right. A lot of people don't like me on the left because there's things on the right that I don't agree with, and there's things on the left that I don't agree with. Like I'm pretty much in, you know, I'm a middle of the road kind of person. And yeah, I'm with you, Andrew. Like I get a lot of hate. My grandpa, I piss my grandpa off all the time, right? I told you he's like an ultra right conservative, you know. So if you don't agree with everything ultra right, you're gonna piss them off, right? Just like the ultra left. If you don't agree with everything on the ultra left, you're gonna piss them off. Like so, like yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. $5 trillion for all Americans. Oh my God, America is gonna be bigger and better than ever. That's a lot of money, dude. We either grow out of this debt and succeed. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if this tariffs happens. My daughter's gay. That's absolutely true. She wants nothing to do with it. Oh, really? Crypto made me see. Yeah. So there's a large group of people that are like that. I have a friend that is actually a real female. I'm 69 years old, gay, married, and I totally support LGBT brothers, sisters, and everyone in between. Yeah, and you know that's okay, guy. Like I've said, I think that there's like I said, I think everyone has their own opinions on it for sure. And I fully support the, you know, I guess I don't know what the word is. Like, I mean, because there's, you know, again, I think that I support the whole LGBTQ thing. I just, like I said, there's a gap in there where the indoctrination is gotten crazy, at least here in Seattle. Like I said, I've experienced it with our schools. And it's been kind of crazy, dude. It's just like, dude, can we just like go to school? Can we just let our kids go to school and not have to worry about that kind of stuff? Have to sign waivers for that kind of stuff. I don't get it. It kind of makes my head hurt. All right, we're getting closer now. Trump soon. We're getting closer now. You can see right here, we're getting closer. So, okay, but trying to find a workaround. I worry about all the reversibility medications. Yeah, I'm with Step into Grace. That's kind of, you know, like I said, that's the tough part, right? The irony is people who fought for equality are the same people who are okay with open borders and allow people who are absolutely, which is crazy. You saw it. I mean, like you saw like just Biden. You saw, I mean, look at Biden, Obama, you know, you even had Pelosi. They all talked about a border. They all talked about, you know, shutting down a border. They talked about all that stuff, right? And then they voted against it. You know, I mean, now it's like, no, we want open borders, and it's just kind of crazy how that shift happens. And there's video out there of them talking about it, right? And then they completely shifted, and then we know the reason why. We know the reason why that all happened. They say someone under the age of 18 cannot do tattoos. Yeah, Airset. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Just get on with life. No one really cares anymore. That's Donnie. I'm actually kind of with you, right? Hey, just do, like I said, just do you, and we good, bro. How will the big beautiful bill affect XRP and especially the SEC lawsuit? Well, the SEC lawsuit's over, dude. They're already came out and basically put an end to it, dude. So that SEC lawsuit's coming to an end. If I'm lying, I'm dying podcast. Absolutely, that's the do you boo boo philosophy, dude. We're all in this. A lot of us are here in the same philosophy here. I'm literally reading through all of our comments here. Majority of us are. I mean, if not everyone here is pretty much on the same philosophy. Yeah, the open boards thing was crazy, dude. Yeah, the SEC lawsuit is effectively over. Yeah. Why is XRP still below $3? It's starting to climb back. Starting to actually look nice right now. Like I said, I did say I was going to get into 220 into 222 here. It's probably going to come up and fill some of this little gap right here. We'll see if it can continue or if it loses steam after the signing of this bill. You can see right now that we are at the bottom of this. We did see on the 12-hour, the 12-hour starting to make a little bit of a comeback here, which is nice, right? Let's see where we can actually follow up this. I mean, we did come down, hit these levels. The 220 level was definitely called out yesterday. I'm still probably a classical liberal. I found or the leftists became the authoritarians. I haven't had the same trouble with conservatives here in Florida that I had with majority left in Oregon. Oh wow, stepping grace, that's crazy. Yeah, I think like I said, I think I mean I'll just be I mean, obviously coming from a conservative family, I'd say that like a lot of my conservative family is very much like me, dude. Just like let be, let live, dude. Like I don't care what you got going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can't explain it more than that, dude. But then, I have some other family members that are, a little bit ultra left and they feel a little bit different. So I think the newer generations are effed, bunch of cancel culture. Not my dude, that's crazy. Is watching the younger kids, dude, like the alpha generation, which is my kids' generation, like my son and my daughter's generation, they have a totally different mindset, bro. Totally different mindset. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. My kids are they have taken upon themselves to be well educated and do their own research. Yeah, again, I'm not saying every kid's like that, but I'm going to say that this next generation of, this next up and coming generation, I do. My kids have shown me that there is some hope. I honestly will tell you that like my kid, like I'm like, okay, there is some hope. There is some some common sense. Like I can see it. I can see how there is reasoning, and there's no judging. And I'm like, damn, okay, this is exactly what I wanted to see and hear. You could literally you could see my son like work through problems. You know what I mean? Like in his head over a lot of things, and it's pretty crazy. And he puts a lot of history and reasoning, like reasoning into it. You know what I mean? Which is good. I'm okay with people who have different opinions. Just be reasonably respectful. Yeah, the respectful thing's hard, dude. Because then it's like once you feel disrespected, that's a hard thing to get over. You know what I mean? Especially if you are, you've and that's the hard thing is that some people, they don't know their boundaries and sometimes they well overshoot boundaries. Yeah, the humidity is for wild. All three of my grandkids are alphabet generation. All three say if Papa ain't down with it, I'm not either. That's awesome. Andrew, that was my macro. What are you talking about? Oh. Man, I'm ready for this signing to come in here. We're 7 minutes away. Markets are coming back. 222 for XRP. The 1 hour is starting to build out of where it's at right now. We'll see if we can actually build back out of here or if we get rejected like we did here. Started to build back out, got rejected. We're seeing that the 1 hour is down. It definitely became bearish. You can see it crossed over the zero right here. So we could continue. I mean, usually we're down here for about 2 days. So we came down here yesterday into today. We came down here. So we're down here for probably another at least 12 hours. Yeah, you're seeing you're starting to see that. I mean, you're starting to definitely see that now come back around. The masculinity of things are starting to come back around for sure. I think people are just so sick and tired. They're just like, yeah, we're over it. Oh, William, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not easy. That's one thing in life, dude. Being a parent is the hardest thing sometimes. When you're trying to just raise them right. It's really, I mean, it's easy, but it's hard at the same time. It really is. Especially when you have all these outside influences, you know, it's really, and there's a lot more outside influences today than there were when I was a kid. And I mean, it is really hard. Oh my God, trying to ride out my ETH short from 4 days ago. Oh my gosh. How far are you down? You got close, dude. This thing came down to 476. Where you must have been buying down over here. Yeah, this here liquidated me on that last short. But yeah, we could just hang on. I mean, dude, the markets are not like, I mean, they're coming back up, but I mean, ETH just lost $4 in the last 5 minutes. So let's see what this looks like. Zoom in on this 4 hour. Yeah, it's come down. Yeah, it just came down. So we'll see. I mean, right now things are still looking kind of bearish. You can see right here the MACD is going to probably come down and touch again. So yeah, we're getting close. Trump, First Lady hosts military picnic. Trump signs big bill, beautiful into law here soon. So just hit green on my XBAR, took profit, and I was out. That's good, dude. How long were you riding that one, 808, Mimi's? Till my granddaughter, someone breaks into your house, do you want or a guy that works on cars in the house? You're crazy, dude. That's funny. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Let's see if there's a. We are getting closer. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's get through the ad here. We got Fox News. We got everyone. I don't know if anyone's actually talking yet. So once this goes up, we'll get it on there. What are we waiting for again? The big beautiful bill to be signed here. Big beautiful bill is signing here. Hopefully in the next 3 minutes or so. Markets are looking. I mean, we're kind of flat right now, but it looks like it could be coming down. Also, hurricane that time of the year. Oh yeah, a bit lost. Yeah, sorry. We went on a random tangent of talking about politics. It probably wasn't good. President does everything big. Yeah. We'll see if this let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, the Fox. This definitely the Fox. The AP definitely is up there. So yeah, this is we'll see what this does here. Hopefully we get something signed here. Where are we down if there is a bill? The markets were definitely over. I mean, the markets were hot, dude, the last couple of days. Markets were super hot. And based off what we're seeing right now, dude, like this is really hard to tell. The 4 hours are down, right? Even Bitcoin's 4 hours down. You know, they're 12 hours not. The 12 hours still trying to reach downward here. Yeah, dude. I mean, you know, it's tough to say where it's going to go. Like I said, I'd rather be long than short, but I mean, there's some indicators saying to short it, and some indicators are saying long it. So, you know, we're kind of we're literally mixed right now on indicators. But I would probably be, if I were to insert a position, it'd probably be a long position over a short position. Just my personal opinion on that. Yeah, the crypto summit. Yeah, I think this is like you're signing this into law, and there could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type event, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news, and that very well could play out. You can see right now, like I said, 36 hours. You know, usually we don't tend to go. You know, we did 4 days. We did basically 2 days there. We did 1 day here. We're in a day and a half of red here. We're at the bottom. You know, we're coming down on the 12-hour here. And then the 4 hours at the bottom here. So like, you know, it's tough. It's tough to say. Big fat nothing burger. Still signing it. I mean, still signing something it's cool to watch, right? I would like to see a 227 XRP by the end of the day. That'd be nice, Kyle. I'm with you. I'm with you on that for sure. What does this bill mean? Just it's a lot of tax savings for a lot of people. Let's see here. Do we got? Plus, we got soccer too. I got to get on here for some soccer, dude. I gotta go watch some soccer today, dude. I wish I was crazy. What did I say? I wish I was crazy getting out of my room. Oh, this is terrible. It means your taxes aren't going up. Yeah, getting some tax cuts. There's some other things that are coming out here. So it looks like he's gonna be signing it right there in the courtyard. Let's actually, you know what? I'm gonna skip it here. So let's stop screen. Oh my gosh, that music is rough. That music is rough. Let's see here. Yeah, right now XRP back at 222. This will be interesting to sort of see what happens. I mean, like I said, right now the 4 hours up. You could have got in at 220 at the top of the hour, or the top of the 1 o'clock here about an hour ago. So flick the switch, Trump. Yeah, flick the switch. Right, turn on the printers. Greetings from Netherlands. You're doing a great job. Oh, Martin, appreciate that, dude. It means the biggest middle class tax cut in history, and no tax on overtime, no tax on tips, and no tax on Social Security, border security, and lots more. Yeah, the no tax on Social Security is kind of huge. I mean, that's a big one, dude. No tax on Social Security is probably one of the biggest, dude, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's ginormous. Let's see here. Thank you for the warm welcome. Lots of love on my fellow patriots. Hell yeah, Angel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for getting it. Happy 4th of July to everyone here. Thank you for being here on stream. I'm glad I found you a while. Looking for signing live. Love the energy here. Oh yeah, dude. Glad you're here. Yeah, well, I'll turn this on. The music's a little rough right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. The music is super rough. I'd make the audio, but it's definitely kind of funky. So yeah, there's a lot more to it, right? Obviously, we're giving out. What is it? I mean, the funding for, just with ICE and securing the border is huge. I mean, that's probably one of the big ones out there. I know that was, there's cutting over. I mean, what is it? 200 Planned Parenthoods. So some people are upset with some of the things that are in the big beautiful bill, and some people are happy for it, right? So you have to try to find. You're not going to. Doing this is not going to make everyone happy. Like, you're not going to be able to make everyone happy, and so mostly people on the left are pretty disappointed. And most of the people on the right, if not all people on the right, are pretty happy. So Trump plays all the old patriot music at these. It's pretty crazy. People complain about the part of the tax cuts that end, but every tax cut bill is like that. Yeah, it is pretty much like that. Anybody would get mad if they were taking free money away from the folks? Yeah, I think it cuts over. Let's see, over the Medicare, Medicaid. That was what a lot of people were pissed off about, was the Medicare, Medicaid, right? But I mean, right now it's going to go back. I mean, they're going to be roughly putting $30 billion for hiring of 10,000 ICE officers, 3,000 Border Patrol agents, and 5,000 custom officers, with a $2.1 billion for bonuses, which is pretty crazy. They're going to also build right here $40 billion for 100,000 migrant detention beds, and then $46.5 billion goes to the U.S.-Mexico border wall construction, which will be phase 2 of his border wall bill that he was trying to pass back in 2016. So, yeah, pretty crazy. It imposes $1,000 asylum application fee. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But again, and then it puts out $150 billion in expense funding. So I mean, this goes back to the $2 billion for the Golden Dome missile defense system. And there's a lot of other things that are in here. One thing that people were mad about was it does impose the work requirements for able-bodied adults with children over 15. So again, this took like, what did they say, 17 million people could lose coverage by 2034. So that's what people were pissed off about. So there's a lot of things out there that people are for and or against. I love the patriotic music for beautiful celebrations like this. Yeah, it's nice. So we making money? Well, right now, I mean, XRP is back up to it's sitting at 222. It's kind of flat, dude. To be honest with you, it's kind of very, very flat. So 4:05 here Central Time. Yeah, we're sitting here. It's 2:05 here Eastern Standard Time. So, or sorry, it's 2:05 here Pacific Standard Time. Sorry. What's up, Wild Dog? Good to see you, buddy. We got cool cat. What's up, man? I spent 5 days in the hospital. My bill was under $70. That's pretty good, dude. Days. Yeah, a lot of people there's a lot of free money out there, dude. Yeah, you're right. It'll be a disincentive for sure. It's flooding like crazy all around me. Oh yeah, are you over there in Texas, dude? Yeah, be careful out there, man. Yeah, be careful out there. 4th of July, military family picnic. Oh, really? Are you without power, dude? Why we get taxed? Why we get taxed 53%? We get taxed a lot. There was a meme out there that showed like the guy wrote like the revolutionary, like, back in the revolutionary days. And it's like, we want 3% on tea and paper, and then like, down below it's like we want 50% of your income, and the guy's like, okay. It was actually a pretty funny meme. Oh my god, was that a vampire? Any thoughts on the U.S. Senate to future Ripple hearing? I don't know, Andrew. I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, markets don't know how to react right now. That's for sure. Markets are kind of flat on crypto side. Me too, Wild Dog. I got beat up pretty good on taxes. Taxes kicked my butt this year, for sure, for sure. And that was late by like I had like a late filing by like no joke, like 5 minutes. I was so pissed. I had a late filing, had to pay a late filing fee. I was so mad. We don't get more alt seasons. We don't get more. We'll definitely. There'll be definitely a rally. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Let's see what else we got here. Every U.S. child will receive 1,000 S&P 500 starter account at birth once President Trump signs the BBB. Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not. I should ask Grok. That didn't sound right. Does that sound right? The UFC has confirmed. The UFC did confirm that it will hold a championship fight on the grounds of the White House in summer of 2026 as part of the United States 250th anniversary celebration. That's wild. That's going to be such a crazy event. Holy crap! First ever sanctioned fight on the White House lawn. That's crazy, dude. I gotta fact check this leading report thing. Is that true? Grok, is this true? Yes, the claim is accurate. The one big beautiful bill includes a 1,000 tax deferred S&P 500 linked account for U.S. newborns from 2025 to 2029. Congress passed it in July. Trump signed it today, July 4th, 2025. Damn. So that is true, dude. So better start making some babies. That's like better start making some babies. Every new baby gets an S&P 500 account. Gosh, dang, dude, where was I? That's deals. Let's Trump fight random Democrats for a bill. This is the work of progress. They didn't even get into the mess overnight, and we have a heck of a lot of rhinos. Yeah, I'm with you. What exchange would you guess a coin like that would become available first? Which one are you talking about, Dripto? Good luck with that because I'm never having kids. At least you recognize that, dude. So kudos to you. Yes, Trump wants babies to be rich. That's cool. That's cool. What happened to Pure Wallet? Is it still on the same section of the roadmap since January? They're still building. I mean, they just got approved for MoonPay. MoonPay just entered. They're going to hopefully be releasing here. I don't know exactly when, but I mean, they did get MoonPay is in there. I think it's going to be coming out on testnet here shortly. World Liberty Finance, they put a vote out to make it tradable. Yeah, I saw that. That'd be big for them, dude. Nah, nothing, Aldi. Nothing that I know of. Yeah, that is pretty crazy, right? 10 trillion pledges from foreign countries in under 100 days. 37 trillion national debt seems insurmountable until you hear that. That's true. He did get a lot, and you never know how much that's going to actually that could double, triple, quadruple in price once a lot of that infrastructure is built and those people commit to those pledges. Yeah, you never know what can happen here in the next 4 years, 3 years. Yeah, what's up, G Vibes? You got G Vibes in the house? I haven't seen G Vibes in a minute, dude. Yeah. XRP slightly falling now, back to 221.84, which is what I said it would probably do. It'd hit up into the 222s and then slightly fall back down. We change over on the 4 hour. The next 4 hour is actually at 1700. So yeah, that puts us at what, 5 o'clock? And that's when the new 12 hour comes too, is right around 5 o'clock, which is 1700. So yeah, we're probably, I mean, right now it's kind of looking like we're still in a bit of a downtrend. H bar still looking like it's in a bit of a downtrend too. 12 hour, 4 hour. I mean, technically, based off what we're seeing with H bar is looking like a little bit of a downturn as well. Even though the 4 hours actually kind of hitting bottom right here, so the hasn't quite caught up yet. So yeah, H bar could even drop some more, dude. I don't know. They didn't say exactly where it was going, but they didn't say exactly. They were just talking about it being tradable. Give that like button an elbow. Appreciate that, Rudy Poo. Man, Trump is sure taking a long time to get out here. Let's go, bro. Put on that tie. Tighten it up. Yeah, they'll probably make so much good money off of that launching of that World Liberty Finance token. Probably be crazy how much money they actually make off that. I mean, markets are telling us right now that the markets are still trending downward, so it could pump. Austin, have you seen the new F1 racing movie? It's really good. I have not, dude. I saw it on Apple TV, but I saw that it was advertising on there, but I didn't see it. It was actually pretty good. Okay. Did not know that. That's pretty badass. Yeah, that's cool. But it looks pretty. That's the one with Brad Pitt, right? I think Brad Pitt's in there. Is that right? No, you couldn't buy into WLFI. It was only institutional investors. I don't think retail. I don't think you couldn't buy World Liberty at the time that they launched it. At least that's my understanding of it. I remember going to the website and you had to be like a institutional, you had to be approved and be an institution, I think. We have the Gold Cup. No, you did not miss the Soccer Talk on Gold Cup. The Gold Cup's coming to, I think it's tomorrow, right? Or no, it's the 7th. I think it's the 7th. So which would be Monday or Sunday. I gotta look. But yeah, you got that Gold Cup coming up here. Let's see here. Yeah, I was looking at the FIFA World Cup. You talking about the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, you saw. Oh man, I really want to watch the PSG Byron. That'll be a good one tomorrow. And then you got Real Madrid. Do you work a full-time job or trade full-time? I just trade full-time, dude. Accredited investors only? Yeah, accredited investors only. That's right. I may go see the F1 this weekend. I have been trying to find some. Oh, yeah, I heard it was good too. Yeah. First time finding your channel. Thank you for streaming this for us. Oh, no problem, dude. Appreciate you being here, Angel. Yeah. Sorry, it's taking forever. We're just sitting here talking now. I'm just reading the chat, looking at the charts, looking at crypto, seeing where we're at. And that's really what it's about. So yeah, appreciate sorry, there's not a lot of talking going on here. There's actually not, shockingly, there's not a lot of channels out here. I was trying to find some YouTube channels to like who were streaming this, like if it was like Fox News or CNN or something along those lines. And dude, there's not a whole lot that are streaming this. Like I'm talking like large, you know, like Fox News, or I mean, I guess the Hill is streaming right now. I mean, I guess the White House, but that's Trump and the First Lady participate in the military family panic. So that one's live, but there's nothing really coming from it. So yeah, kind of crazy. Everyone's waiting. White House official channel is likely streaming it as well. I just saw that. Yeah, they probably are streaming it. Find the Discord. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking to buy 5K XRP at $2. Go down. We're zooming in. Okay, let's get to the audio here.
Melania Trump.
Here we go. 4th of July. Yeah. The guy said, "We love you." He's waiting for the stealth bombers to go over. I think they're going to fly over the head. You guys can hear it. Audio's good. Crypto is going down right now, just to give everyone a heads up. Yeah, let freedom ring. They're just standing there. Oh, he's pointing that the planes are going to fly over there. That's probably got to be a pretty cool sight to see the bombers and the jets dump incoming. It's looking.
Ladies and gentlemen, Master Gunnery Sergeant Kevin Benier, accompanied by the President's own United States Marine Band, will now honor America with the singing of our national anthem, followed by B-2 space, escorted by 2 F-35 fighters in honor of all our military personnel who participated in Operation Midnight Hammer and who are currently serving both home and abroad, protecting our nation's freedom.
Hailed at the twilight last noon, but stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the rampart we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh yeah, proud to be an American. Yes, I've seen that in the chats here. Hell yeah, proud to be an American. Nothing prouder than today, right? 4th of July, celebrating the 249th birthday of the United States of America. Couldn't be more proud of that. Dude, those jets were probably super cool, dude. I bet you seeing that in real life is probably one of the coolest things ever. Yeah, it looks like he's signing at the podium. I don't know. He might give a speech, dude. Trump can give some speeches, man. He can go off the cuff. I'm with you, Selmo. That's true, dude. Yeah, crypto is down right now. XRP is at 221.81. ETH back down to 2490. Bitcoin's actually showing a little bit some resiliency at 107.766. So yeah, kind of a mixed result right now on where the markets are at, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. USA, let's go. America, greatest country in the effing world. I'm with you, dude. Hello, the other nomad. What's up, my guy? Here he goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and First Lady Melania Trump.
Go.
Well, thank you very much. And that is some sight, especially after what happened just a week ago when you look at that big, beautiful plane, and the other ones were something. It was an incredible mission. And I think I can say very proudly, and I don't have to quote the polls, that our country is more proud right now than it's been in many, many years. We have pride, we have dignity, we have something that's happened miraculously so fast. You know that our military now is the most sought after job there's ever been, serving in our military. 1 year ago, people didn't want to join our military. They didn't want to join our police or firefighters. They didn't want to join anything having to do with our country. And now, as you probably know, the enlistment is at an all-time record. We're packed. We're full. And I just think that's so important because that was so sad 1 year ago when I heard those statistics. We had a different president, but nobody wanted to join. And now we're at a record. And I will say that I just left NATO, where we had a tremendous experience. They've agreed to put up over $1 trillion a year. They went from less than 2% to 5%, and nobody thought that was possible. And they told me very strongly, the leaders of a big part of the world, very respected people all, they told me that, 1 year ago, your country was dead. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. So that's the way it is, and that's the way we like it. And it's only going to get hotter. I promise you that. After that spectacular display of American power, let me just say that God bless the United States military, and God bless the USA. God bless the USA. And to all Americans, I want to wish you a very happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July. This is going to be something special. This spirit in this country, we haven't seen anything like it in many, many years and decades. Let me also express our gratitude to our magnificent First Lady. She worked very hard to make this all work. And we have a fireworks display about 9 o'clock tonight. I hope you're all going to be around and watch it. I know our congressmen and our senators who are standing right here, so many of them, they did such a great job. They're going to be here. I guarantee you, they're not leaving. They're not leaving. Thanks as well to the National Park Service, the USO, and countless friends and distinguished guests. We have so many people in the audience that have so much to do with the success of our country. We've, I think, had probably the most successful almost 6 months as a president and the presidency. I think they're saying it was the best 6 months, and I know for a fact they're saying the last 2 weeks there has never been anything like it as far as winning.
Definitely brought the wars down, that's for sure.
So as you know, 2 weeks ago, our incredible Air Force pilots conducted one of the most successful military strikes in all of history, Operation Midnight Hammer, and that's exactly what it was. It was a hammer. This evening, we're honored to be joined by 150 airmen and their families from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, home of the B-2 bomber. And we've kept them a little bit on guard. We kept them a little bit, let's be a little bit quiet about it. But if you want to raise your hand very quickly, raise your hand, because you people are just incredible. They don't want to be in disguise. You know, they say, we don't have to do that. They're looking at us like we're a bunch of babies. We don't have to be in disguise. We saw all those hands go up. Thank you very much. We owe you everything. Great job. Incredible. Just flawless. One of the most flawless military campaigns in the history of our country. If you remember years ago, they had helicopters crashing into each other. It was a disaster, the hostages in Iran. And we had just the opposite. We didn't have any crashes. We didn't lose any planes. We didn't lose anybody. Those beautiful planes that you saw were totally stealth. They flew right over the center of a very hostile country, and they never even saw it coming. And then they said, skedaddle. They dropped the bombs. They said, skedaddle. And that big sucker turned over like this on its side, and it got out of there. Well, I'll tell you what, how they do that, but they can do it. I asked our great General Kane, how do they do that? Do they really love doing that? Look at them, they're all laughing. And they said, do they really like doing it, sir? They can't wait. Better you than me. That's all I can say. It was a flawless mission. Every single bomb hit, and it was total obliteration, total obliteration. Now, even the fake news is admitting that. They hated to admit it, but they had no choice. That was an incredible thing. And these heroic pilots showed our enemies what it means to fly, fight, and win. To every service member who supported that mission, and we have many of them here, we've made we've made you proud by supporting, but you've made us even prouder by having the courage to get in those gorgeous machines and fly through the roughest airspace anywhere in the world. And we salute you and we honor you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. And we're also honored and delighted to be joined by hundreds of service members and military families. Those families are the best we have from all across the U.S. Armed Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Force. I love the Space Force. You know why? Because we're the ones that did it. It turned out to be a very invaluable force, actually. The Coast Guard and the Marines are incredible people. On behalf of our entire nation, this 4th of July, we thank you for keeping America safe, strong, sovereign, and free. Thank you very much for being here. Great honor.
Free.
And stick around for the fireworks. And our country's had so much to celebrate this Independence Day. As we enter our 249th year, America is winning like never before. We're not, I'll tell you, we're in a category now that's where we've wanted to be for a long time. We suffered with 4 horrible years of embarrassment. Afghanistan may be the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. We're never going to let a thing like that happen again.
That was bad.
Billions of dollars are pouring into the United States for investment purposes. Almost $15 trillion. There's never been anything like it. There's never been anything even close. The stock market's at an all-time high. Jobs are at an all-time high. Everything's at an all-time high, and we're going to keep it that way. We have the greatest country in the world, and we're back. We're back like nobody thought possible this quickly. I thought it would take maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe even 3. And we did it in less than 6 months. We are back and strong. We've restored American strength and deterrence on the world stage. We're respected again. The world is respecting us again. When we did NATO, those leaders came up to me and they said, you know what, we're going to go to a new level of spending because you're requesting it, sir. They didn't talk to your last president like that, I can tell you. They didn't spend any money. They didn't spend anything. In a few moments, we're going to make official the greatest victory yet when I signed the one big, beautiful bill. And before I start, I want to tell you that I've never seen people so happy in our country because of that, because so many different groups of people are being taken care of, the military and civilians of all types, jobs of all types. We're adding things like the biggest tax cut in the history of our country, child tax credits. So many things are being added that we wouldn't even have time to discuss them. When we were doing it, John Thune and Mike Johnson right there, I see Mike, what a job they've done. What a job they've done. But you know, it was supposed to be in 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 different bills. And I was on one of the fake news shows and I said, let's do it in one beautiful, we want one big, beautiful bill. I said that to this newscaster, and I think a lot of the congressmen and senators were watching, and they said, let's name the bill that, the one big, beautiful bill. And that's what we did. And what we've done is put everything into one bill. It's never happened before. It's the biggest bill of its type in history. We've never had anything like that before. Nothing like that they thought would be possible to get passed. And actually, I liked it because we had so much in there that no matter who you are, there was something in that bill that would make your congressman or your senator or your congresswoman, much more importantly, raise their hand and support, right, Lisa? So that was something, and it was really something special. So the American people gave us a historic mandate in November. We won everything. We won the swing states, all 7 swing states. We won every one. That rarely happens. We won the popular vote. We won the districts, 2,750 to 505. That's why when you look at a map, it's all red, a little blue on each end, but it's all red. And by the way, red means Republican, just in case. But we made promises, and it's really promises made, promises kept, and we've kept them. This is a triumph of democracy on the birthday of democracy. And I have to say that the people are happy. They're happy. And I listened to a broadcast, and I read a couple of articles. They have the Democrats, they should have voted for it. They didn't vote for tax cuts. They didn't vote for taking care of people. They didn't vote, not one vote. And we knew that because their hatred of either the country or me or both is so great. They didn't vote at all, and it's terrible. But I just have to say, they have a routine. It's terrible, they say. Terrible, terrible. You saw that guy standing up for hours yesterday. He didn't know what he was even doing there. I say, when's he sitting down? He had a towel. He's wiping his face. That's not too elegant. But what is he? I said, what is he doing for so long? And he couldn't criticize the bill. He was criticizing everyone else and everything else. So they've developed, and this is according to the news media, they've developed a standard line, and we can't let them get away with it. Oh, it's dangerous. Oh, everybody's going to die. It's actually just the opposite. Everybody's going to live. This is just the opposite. And I just want you to know, if you see anything negative put out by Democrats, it's all a con job. And they said, and they compared it to just like the con job of Russia, 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 and all of the other things they did. The 51 intelligence agents said, and the laptop from hell, it was.
He's not wrong.
From Russia, they said. No, it didn't come. A lot of things come from Russia. That didn't come from Russia. And it was all proven out to be a fake job, and that's what they're doing with this. So we just have to look forward, fellas, look forward and just say what it is, because it's the most popular bill ever signed in the history of our country. Whether you're military or anybody else, this is the most popular bill ever signed. And it includes the largest tax cut in American history, the largest spending cut, $1.7 trillion. And yet you won't even notice it. Just waste, fraud, and abuse in American history. So you have the biggest tax cut, the biggest spending cut, the largest border security investment in American history. We want to have strong borders. And the only thing is we want to have great elections, too. You need strong borders and elections. And my people have promised me that we're going to go into elections and we're going to make sure they're not rigged, that they're not sullied.
Hell yeah.
Make sure that the elections are going to be fair. You need two things. You need strong borders and you need fair elections. And we're going to make sure on the elections also. And our armed forces are one of the most vital military modernizations of all time. It will take place. So we rebuilt our military in our first term. And now we're going to modernize and remodernize our military, including building a great golden dome all over our land so that if they get nasty with us, it's going to be knocked down. It's going to make any of the golden domes, they call them the iron domes. We're calling ours the golden dome because we did the iron domes and we do sort of everything, if you want to know the truth, but this blows it away. We're going to keep you safe. I want to thank every member of the House and Senate who worked to get this bill on my desk, and many of them are here, and I'm not going to mention all their names because we'll be standing here, but I have to mention a few, and especially I want to thank Vice President J.D. Vance, who's been fantastic, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who's been incredible. We have somebody that is, it was a passion. I think he actually loved it. It wasn't easy, but he loved it. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who's right here. Speaker, thank you very much. What a job, and he worked so closely with the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, who's a fantastic guy. And those two are a team that is not going to be beat. When you look at them and you look at their counterparts on the other side, it's not even close. I want to thank both of you people for doing an incredible job. Thank you very much, John and Mike. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, a brave man. Steve, you know, he suffered a tragedy a number of years ago. I was at his hospital bedside that night with Melania, with our First Lady, and he had no chance. The doctor said he has very little chance, and you look better today than you did then. You didn't look particularly good that night, I will say. But I learned one thing, his beautiful wife loved him. She was a disaster, right? I told him, I said, Steve, I can only tell you one thing. I was with your family and I was with your wife, and your wife was devastated. She loves you. I've seen a lot of wives that, they don't seem to be so concerned in those situations. That's the kind of wife you don't want. But you have a great, beautiful wife who was really there, and you really have done. You're a very brave guy, and Mike and John and everybody that's standing with you knows it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. House Majority Whip, this is a guy who is great. When I have a problem, I call him up and he gets it done. He's a tough cookie. I don't know why he's not the governor of Minnesota. He comes from Minnesota. He's like, look, he goes, no, I don't want to run for governor. You know, come to think of it, I think that's a good idea. You would win so easily. The guy is terrible. You would win. You just have to take a look at that handsome face of yours and you'd win. Tom Emmer, everybody. He did a great job. I think you should consider that, although we don't want to lose him, do we? We don't want to. Let's say we are. I think say we are. What a job you did. And Senate Majority Whip John Barrasso, who's incredible. Senate Finance Chairman Mike Crapo. Thank you, Mike. What a job. What a job. He knows that tax stuff. Him and Jason, they really know their stuff. Senate Budget Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham. What a good man he is. I see a poll. He's running, and I see a poll. He's 24 points up. That's not bad, Lindsey. That's not bad. 24 points up in the great state of South Carolina. House Ways and Means Chairman Jason Smith. What a job. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. These people are great. These are great patriots. I have to call them out. House Budget Committee Chairman Jody Arrington. Jody, thank you very much. Jody has been good right from the beginning, and so many others, and they're all here, and they fully understand. They'll never speak to me again, but that's okay. It is what it is. But I just want to thank everybody. A lot of senators here, a lot of congressmen and women here. Lisa, thank you very much, by the way. I have to thank you.
So
Thank you
funny.
very much. You've been fantastic.
I love it.
So this bill will fuel massive economic growth and lift up the hardworking citizens who make this country run. The factory workers, farmers, mechanics, waiters, waitresses, police officers, firefighters, coal miners. Coal is back. Beautiful. I said you can't use the word coal unless you precede it by saying clean, beautiful coal. China's right now building 68 coal generating plants, and we're putting up wind. It doesn't work, I will tell you. Aside from ruining our fields and our valleys and killing all the birds and being very weak and very expensive, all made in China. I noticed something, that with all of the windmills that China sends us, where we waste our money because it's the most expensive energy, I see that, they make about 95% of them, the wind turbines. I have never seen a wind farm in China. Why is that? Somebody check that out. Tom Emmer, would you please check that out?
He's
But
a
all the
Tom
coal
Emmer.
miners we love and the truck drivers, in this act, we have officially made the Trump tax cuts permanent. That's the largest tax cut in the history of our country, added to substantial other cuts, which is you're going to see like a rocket ship. We're setting all sorts of economic records right now, and that's before this kicks in. After this kicks in, our country is going to be a rocket ship economically, and we've delivered no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. And that's why when you hear things like that, this is the most it's the biggest bill of its kind ever done by far. But we are going to have a situation, we are going to have something where people are going to realize the level of success and popularity of this bill. And sort of to close it out, it makes the child tax credit permanent for 40 million American families. And to increase the car affordability, it makes interest on a new car payment. So this had never happened before. You buy a car, you borrow money, you're allowed to deduct for income tax purposes your payment of interest. You're allowed to deduct it. It's never happened before. So run out and buy a car. But I have to tell you, it's only good, Mike, if it's made in America. If it's made in another country, you don't get it. And to protect 2 million family farms and other small businesses, we're eliminating the estate tax or the death tax. So if you want to leave your farm or your small business, but the farms they have been devastated, to your children, if you love your children. By the way, if you don't love your children, don't even listen to what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
This guy.
But if you love, would you live? Yes, I think you love your child. This one loves Barron. So I don't know if we're a small business. I think we're not. I'm not sure that we qualify. I'm sorry, darling.
Oh,
But it was devastating. Farmers, they had to go out and borrow money. And by the way, is that Pam Bondi? Pam Bondi, raise your hand. Thank you, Pam, for being here. Attorney General, she's done an incredible job. So there won't be any, think of this, there won't be any death tax. You're not going to have to go borrow money. Your parents pass away and the farm goes into the bank's hands and gets foreclosed. That's not going to happen. And with 100% expensing for new investments, we're cutting taxes for every manufacturer who builds, expands. And we have expansion at the highest level that we've ever had it. We have hundreds of factories, including car plants and AI. It's coming into our country at levels that we've never seen. And to conclude, not only will we have the strongest economy on earth, we're also going to have the strongest borders on earth. And last month, did you see the number? 0 people crossed our border.
that's
0
crazy.
illegal
That's
people.
crazy. I did see that. That was crazy.
And that's after Joe Biden let 21 million people, many of them people from gangs and prisons and drug lords and people that were mentally unbalanced, they let them into our country. We're getting them out at record numbers, and we have an obligation to, and we're doing it. So as we approach the 250th anniversary of America's founding exactly 1 year from now, we are creating an economy that delivers wealth for the middle class, a border that is sovereign and secure, and a military that is unmatched, unequaled anywhere in the world. And you saw that. And what a beautiful sight that was, especially after watching what they did just a short while ago. The golden age of America is upon us. We are in the golden age. It's going to be a period of time, the likes of which I don't think this country has ever experienced before. We're going to make America great again, and it's happening very fast. We love you. We thank you for being here. Enjoy the fireworks tonight. And First Lady, I want to thank you. You have been unbelievable. You think it's easy being First Lady? It's not. Thank you all very much. Happy 4th of July. God bless you all. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to sign the bill now.
On the bill now. See, the markets are sitting at 221.88 for XRP, 107. 107 for let's go lower it down a little bit. 107 right now for dude, Bitcoin's actually climbing really nicely right now, dude. Bitcoin's actually up about doing pretty good over 2 hours up now in the green. We're up to 107. We're back up to 108 right now. Ethereum sitting around 492.65. XRP at 221.87. So yeah, we're starting to come back around, and he's on the verge of signing the bill right now. So we'll see what this does for the markets. We'll see if this flips it around here. Again, it could be indicators are saying that we should be in for a red day, but the Trump indicator is a leading indicator as to making the markets go up. So you can't really sleep on that. You know what I mean? Pump and dump. Yeah, that was a really dude. He was definitely he was feeling it, dude. I gotta say, man, that was probably one of the better speeches. He just cracked me up, man. The guy just lays it out there. He's just raw, uncut, and just straight, just shoots it straight, dude. You can't deny that. You know what I mean? Americans will work for fair wages. That personally competed with people making $2 now plus. Gosh, dang, Angel. Trump indicator, yeah. That's an indicator I'm trying to develop right now. Is the Trump indicator, is so that I can figure out ways to better trade after Trump does something. But that is so unpredictable. So yeah, it's called the Trump indicator. We have to rely on immigrants. We are doing something wrong. The Trump effect will, with one tweet, he can moon the market, or he can tweet to wreck the market. Jeb, here it goes. We're signing it right now, man. Making history. So look at that right there. There it goes. And the markets are turning up, man. We're almost to 108 now. XRP up to 222. You can see Bitcoin right now going up to 108 right now. So yeah, definitely don't want to be in a short at this position, especially on the 1 hour. The 1 hour is looking pretty nice. There it is. It's official. And prices will come down when we're not competing with so many other tax dollars.
President, this is the gavel used to enact the big beautiful bill, and I want you to have that.
That's cool. That was the gavel to enact the big beautiful bill. Dude, he's the hot one today. I love it, dude. That's awesome, dude. Well, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. 249 years in the making. Pretty badass to have a bill come through right now. Markets are definitely Bitcoin's looking good. There's a lot of people around him right now. Holy crap. We're already priced in. It looks like we are already priced in right now. Yeah, markets are definitely swaying back up right now. You can see a little bit on the 1 hour we're in bearish territory, but the MACD is coming down. Yeah. You say give that guy a raise.
And I want to thank the people up here. They're unbelievable people. Mary, hi, Mary. How's Scott doing? Good job? Scott, how's the economy? Okay? Wonderful. Going to get better. From South Carolina. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th.
Here we are. Here we are. That's pretty cool, man. You got to say, dude. Just watching these people, dude. That's funny. We need to stop being allies with the play of the day is freedom. Yeah. No much of a Howard Lucknick anymore. Hope all as well. Yeah. XRP back to almost 222 right now. Bitcoin's about to hit 108 again. It's about to reclaim the 108 mark. Not seeing, yeah. Wow. What a day, dude. That's cool. It's good to see history in the making, man. Live on stream here. Let's get these stimulus checks printed so I can buy more XRP with it. The prints are coming on, man. A lot of money coming into the markets, dude. Thank God America's back. Yeah, America's back. You can definitely feel it, dude. You can feel it 100%. You can feel it, dude. You could definitely feel it 100%. The America feels like we're back. We're back. It feels like we're strong again. A lot of the things that we, were missing over the last 4 years, you could definitely feel it coming back. And it's only, you got to think it's only been 6 months. So be very interesting to sort of see how this plays out over the next, what is that, Q3, end of Q3, going into Q4, we should have a pretty incredible end of the year here. So yeah, do the YMCA dance. He did it yesterday, coming off stream, or coming off of his speech yesterday. So, any news on the trade deals? A few days left. They did. There was one thing that came out today saying that they threatened the European Union on tariffs, 17% tariff for food. So, Sacred Terra, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you guys being here. Search for your feelings, Luke. Yeah, everybody out. Yeah, definitely have a safe 4th of July, everyone. Like I said, be safe out there. Today is definitely one of the largest days for accidents, and injuries. So just be careful with your friends and families out there. Hope everyone enjoys lighting off fireworks or wherever they're going, has a good time with their friends and family. I'm actually going to jump off now. Now that we got this bill through, I'm going to jump off now, go spend some time with my family on this big, beautiful day of the 4th of July. And go light off some fireworks, make some, we're going to have some good food and just spend time with the family, man. And so I hope everyone does the same thing. As always, the A team is the strongest team. We'll definitely be doing some margin trading. I know people came on here wanting the call of the day right now. Like I said, I'll probably let these markets probably play out the rest of the day before I make a decision on where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to set my phone aside for the day, touch some grass, light off some fireworks, drink a couple beers, eat some great food, and probably just chill. So that's what I'm doing for the day. And I hope you guys all do have a fantastic day. So with all that, love you guys a ton. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Thank you guys so much for kicking with me for the last almost 3 hours here on the stream. You guys are awesome. And with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Peace out.